This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers.
A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live right here on the Miami Sports Music #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. Got a little bit of a late start today. Just so you know, I sent out like 6 packages this morning. I was dealing with that. But hey, people should be getting some stuff in the mail here soon from the prizes that they won. So it should be some good stuff here coming out momentarily. So super excited to be hanging out with y'all this morning. I am your host, Stephen D. You can follow me on social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, in love. You can follow me on all the social media platforms there. You can also follow Miami Sports Music on social media at Miami Sports Music and on Twitter at MIA Sports Music. Okay. I want to make sure when you guys and ladies come in, you hit the like button and subscribe. Doesn't cost anything to hit the like button. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And they go such a long way into helping the channel grow. As a matter of fact, I'm dropping a link. If you could tell your brother, your sister, your mother, your cousins, your daddy, your granddaddy, this little link right here. Tell them, hey, go to this, copy it, send it to them. Say, hey, look, could you just subscribe to the channel? It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Okay. Make sure y'all do that. It goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. So it's a big deal. I would appreciate if you guys could do that. Okay. All righty. Also, hey, look, if you want to sign up and become a member of the family today, we would love for that to happen. Join the channel to get access to perks. There's a lot of awesome, amazing, wonderful things. Super, super, super excited about it. Okay. Also, hey, look, you can help the channel grow by donating. There's a lot of different ways you can do that. If you're watching live right now, you can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can do that there. Always recommended. If you're rewatching this and you're not watching this live, thank you for watching this. There's a little heart below you if you're rewatching this, and it's called Super Thanks. It has a $ in the middle. You can donate that way too. Every dollar goes such a long way into helping this channel grow, and we appreciate all donations. If you want to donate through Cash App or PayPal, make sure y'all do that. Okay, you guys can do Cash App or PayPal. You can do $MSM Podcast Network, or you can do PayPal, which is also MSM Podcast Network. Okay. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, specializing in sports memorabilia, cards, jerseys, balls, and hard-to-find items. Make sure you follow Zachary at ZSM Sports on all your social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You see the platforms there. Reach out to him. He's awesome. Tell him I sent you. He'll take care of you. Absolutely amazing, ZSM. If you want the best subs around, go to Hangry Owls in Pembroke Pines, Florida. 305-279-5332. You can follow Hangry Owls on all social media at HANGRYALS. Best subs in Southern Florida. Let me tell you, Hangry Owls has got it. So make sure you guys go there. Use the code word SKPL to get $3 off your subs. And if you go tomorrow on Fridays, on all Spread Kindness Fridays, Hangry Owls gives you $6 off of your sub using the code word SKPL. If you guys go, please take a picture, post it up on social media. We want to help the Hangry Owls grow and stay in business, support small local businesses, and Hangry Owls is one of those, and we want to be able to help them, so make sure you guys go support Hangry Owls. Also, want to make sure you guys go to TailGreeter. TailGreeter is absolutely amazing. Just take the phone, download the free app on your current Apple or Android device today, and you can follow TailGreeter on all social media platforms at TAILGATE. GREETER. Make sure you do that today. They're absolutely amazing. We got a lot of cool stuff with them. East 32, Dolphins Tailgate in Miami. Make sure you guys download the app, type in East 32. You can see all the tailgates for the home games this year at Hard Rock Stadium. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you're going to go to Miami or if you're going to go to Baltimore for week 2, we're also doing the Baltimore Beatdown 2022. We have a lot of stuff going on that week, and we're doing a thing Saturday night, which is free. This part is free. The Saturday night meet and greet, it's free to come out. We're going to be hosting, we're going to have raffles for Dolphin items and sports memorabilia, special menu for Dolphin fans, and a portion of all the proceeds will go to charity. We'll have a live DJ, live podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then obviously Sunday for the Baltimore Beatdown, we have a VIP tailgate presented by Tailgreeter. All you can drink, all you can eat, DWA swag bag, live pregame show, the Tailgreeter pregame show. We'll have a live DJ Sick Turtle. It's going to be a lot of fun, and a portion of all the proceeds for that is also going to go to charity as well. Tailgate games, raffle, all that. So make sure you guys check it out. Go to Baltimore Beatdown 2022. We have 7 game tickets left. We are selling. We had a group. We have 7 game tickets to the game, sitting all with Dolphin fans. They're up at the upper level, but it'll be a lot of fun. We have 7 of those tickets left. So if you're interested, buy those tickets now. As a matter of fact, there's a 72-hour sale. This says 9. We just had 2 people buy yesterday, so there's 7 game tickets left. Okay, and so this 72-hour sale price goes back. Prices go back on Saturday to where they were. And at that point, I really think they're all going to be sold out with the exception of the tailgate. And we have limited number of tailgate tickets. So make sure you purchase your tailgate tickets today. Purchase now on Tailgreeter. All right. Going to be a lot of fun stuff. Good morning. Crazy morning. All right. So let me bring in my producer for today's show, Roach. Good morning, Roach.
Hey, what's up? I'm always on standby, man.
I know. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, I do want to get a little personal with people today, just because, it's my platform and I can get a little personal. I tell people all the time, this is a grind. This is something that I do on a day in, day out basis. I have told people in the past as well, though, that for those of you who don't know, I struggle with depression and anxiety as well. And so some days are just harder than others. And sometimes it's brought on by nothing, and sometimes it's brought on by absolutely something. And one of the things that I try to do on my platform is try to keep the positivity, spread kindness, positivity, and love. But, things are not always rainbows and sunshine. And I try to keep the positivity as much as I can in. But what I also try to do is keep a transparent view of the bad times too, right? So I've been struggling with depression and anxiety the last day or so, really, really, really bad. And so one of the things that I want to explain to people is you never know what somebody's going through, right? You never know what somebody's going through. You never know what they're struggling with. I talk about this usually a lot on Fridays. Hashtag Spread Kindness Fridays. You never know, how we can all go out, or you never know what somebody's going through, and just reaching out to somebody makes the difference. So, I just wanted to let people know, I know I've seemed excited and I'm happy, and for the most part I am. I just, you never know what a brave face can look like, and so you never know if somebody's really struggling. And so I try to explain to people, and I try to be transparent. And when people are struggling or people are dealing with anxiety and depression, like I am the last day or two, I think you need to tell people. And I have not done that. So I'm doing that right now and letting people know.
Let them know.
So that's all it is. And I just want to be, I want to set the example so that, because I preach about it all the time, and I also want to practice it too. So that's all I really wanted to say this morning. I think it was important for me to say.
You're not alone either. That's the important thing.
No, I know it isn't. It's crazy.
Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of military members struggle with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, I tell people all the time, my dad's military, my dad's former military, my mom's former military.
Yep.
Two of my best friends, from grade school on up, like their former military. Last night I went to, the other thing that I thought I wanted to talk about too, and it kind of plays hand in hand. Well, depending on how you look at it. August 13th, as everybody knows, was my birthday, which was on Saturday. And we celebrated and we had a good time. Well, what I didn't tell you all is August 13th also is the date, the last time I made a bet where I gambled. And so my 5-year anniversary was this past Saturday as well. So I have 5 years of recovery and that. And, that's a big deal too. And so I had my meeting last night and we celebrated my 5 years at my meeting, and it kind of like put me back. It helped me. And it also kind of put me back into 5 years ago and where I was.
Is that where you were going when I called you?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I was at the meeting
That's
last
awesome.
night when you called me. And so, it's just kind of crazy to think about. I deal, like I said, anxiety, depression. I'm in recovery for Gamblers Anonymous and some other stuff. And, it's I just want to be transparent and let people know that everybody has something, that everybody struggles with something. And it's also good to kind of look back and see where you've been and where you've come from and how far you've kind of come along. And so that's kind of, what I really wanted to. I wasn't saying it for congratulations or anything like that. I'm saying it for more of the idea of I'm very happy with where my life is at right now. Don't get it twisted. And I've come a long way from where I was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was not in a good place in my life.
Right. And there might be somebody in the chat right now who's where you were 5 years ago.
I know.
You know what I mean?
That's why I talk about it, man.
And yeah, man, I feel you, dude. In 2019, I survived a suicide attempt. That's why I'm not in the military anymore. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's a real thing that just sneaks up on you. It comes out of nowhere, and you can't explain it.
Yeah,
Or
I've never attempted that, but I have thought about it in the past,
Right.
And so I tell people all the time. And I think the number one thing is correct me if I'm wrong, but 90% of the people that I've ever talked to that has either attempted or thought about suicide, which by the way, 9888 is the new national suicknow helpline.
9888.
Right? 988, is that right? Is it 988?
I'll make sure. I'll double check.
Yeah. But I know it's 3 numbers now. They made it easier for people. I'm pretty sure it's 988.
Yep, you're right.
See, I know. Is being recluse and kind of getting inside of a hole and blocking out other people in the world. And so when I feel my anxiety or my depression creeping in, like I felt it, especially a lot in the last 12 to 24 hours, and I'm like, I need to reach out. I need to tell people. I need to let people know this is something. And I know this is, I try to keep politics out of my show. I try to keep news, and life out of my show. But I also think real life is important to talk about sometimes. And I just felt the need to kind of have that little conversation this morning before we kind of hopped into everything, because I think part of the problem is too, especially being Dolphins fans, is it can get a little crazy sometimes in our world, just in general, the fan base. And I think we need to remember that we're real people and that we deal with real things. And
just because you think Skylar's number 1 doesn't mean you're a bad person. And if you think Tua is the best ever, it doesn't make you a bad person.
Either. Exactly.
It's
exactly. I just want you all to know I love you. I love doing this every morning, but there are times that I wake up and I just struggle to be like, Daniel was supposed to join me this morning. Daniel couldn't. Daniel had a family emergency that he had to tend to. Everybody's okay. Everything's all right. He'll be back next week. We're working on something big for maybe his last thing with the official thing with us. So I got some things in the work with that.
He'll be back next year though?
In the off season, we talked about maybe during the season he's still going to come on here or there, just not in any official capacity like he had Tuesdays. But, that's okay. We got Nando Talk and the Smoke Show on Tuesdays now, which I'm super excited about. Like they're going to come and co-host with me on Tuesday mornings, which will be great.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to move everything forward. And it's a lot to run a show on a day in, day out basis. And you're trying to figure out, what can we talk about? Because, look, football season is here, but what did Cat for Life say? PSA announcement. I used to be a people person till people ruined it. Then I met Miami sports music that changed my life forever. And knowing is half the battle. I think about it. Oh, that's awesome, Cap.
A lot of YouTubers actually suffer from social anxiety. And the way they can talk to communities is through a camera where nobody's in front of them.
Screen.
And I fall into that category. Like that game we're going to against the Vikings. Y'all can ask Steven. I told him behind the scenes, I was like, look, man, it's nothing personal. I can't share a hotel room with somebody. I need an escape room. So if I get an anxiety attack from a big group, I can go to my hotel and I can escape. Yeah. If you don't see me at the tailgate or at the club after the game, it's just too much for me. You know what I mean? And I told him that as a friend because you need that one person when you're having that moment. You can look at them and be like, hey, it's happening, and they can block for you. Because some people, when you're having that moment, they will try to push you to go out because they don't understand what's happening. You know what I mean?
Marty Mars says, I never thought of doing that, but I've thought of disappearing from my daily life, like getting on a bus, not looking back, not knowing where I'll end up at, and not even hurting someone else, but not myself. I look, man, it's a real thing. Just disappear. Like real life sucks, man. I was actually talking with Allie Dolfreaky. She's a really good friend of mine, and we made the joke the other day on the phone. It was like #adulting sucks. Adulting sucks. Like being an adult sucks sometimes. It really does. Flipside Vision says depression without communicating about it with someone will eat you up from the inside out. Yep. Andravia says, do you go to therapy though? Yes and no. So I'm looking for a new therapist. So I don't have an official therapist to hold myself accountable with that. I need to find a new one. But yes, I 5 years ago I went to rehab for 27 days. And then, I had, therapist and all that fun stuff for like good 3-4 years.
Oh, dude. The Navy had me hooked up, right? And this is pretty messed up. I get out of the Navy and I thought I'd like have time with your therapist that you built, because you build a rapport with a therapist.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't just like go pick a therapist and like everything's your open conversation, whole 9 yards. So we built a rapport over a year. I get out of the Navy and I can't go see just regular civilian doctors when I'm in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then all of a sudden they're like, you can't see her no more. Now go find you a civilian therapist once you're out. And I'm like, and it's like, I've still never found one.
Yeah.
And you think they would give you some leeway before they make you switch, like help you find one,
Hey, look, they can always do a better job of all that. MCD Ray says, if you don't communicate, you will blow up like a volcano. It's always good to talk to someone that close.
Can I say happy birthday to somebody?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Robert Redford. 86 years old today.
Wow. The Natural. Such a good movie.
I forgot about that movie.
See? Come on now.
I think of him as a director role more than his movie. Or the movie when he's in jail. What was that one? He's like the colonel or something, or the general, and he's carrying the rocks.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I get it's got the guy from
Sopranos.
Tony Soprano. Tony Soprano.
Soprano.
I want to say Sperano. Yes, he's in it. I know what you're talking about. It's a good.
That's movie. How you know you're a true Dolphin fan.
I know, right? G says, "Suck it up, Buttercup. Be grateful there are folks with real problems." G, I don't know if you're trying to be funny or whatever, but I think we all have something. One thing that I've learned, at least in dealing with my stuff, is people go through their own stuff.
Right.
There are millionaires, there are famous people that have,
and a lot of times people,
because they're like struggling with stuff. You don't
and
know
a lot
what
of time
anybody's going through.
When people say what G just said, you're saying that from the mind you got right now. But when you're really in your anxiety and depression, you're not thinking with a normal mind.
Not all.
It's not rational. So right now we all have rational thought when talking about this, and you don't have that at that moment. And that's why you have to ask for help, because you need that person with a rational mind to bring you back. And
100%.
And
So,
yeah.
Which is part of the reason you reach out. And you're right, Marty, therapy doesn't always work for everybody. That is 100% accurate statement. But what I would challenge people is maybe they haven't found also the right therapist. It took me like 7 therapists before I found the right one with my last one.
Yeah. And it might be a friend. It doesn't have to be a doctor.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Or a 12-step meeting or whatever.
A church, a pastor.
Or a church or a small group. Exactly. 100%. Still got to pay the bills, helping paying the rent. You're right, G. I'm just merely stating that we all go through stuff and we all deal with stuff. I think we need to realize we're human beings. We're in this together, this thing called life. And sometimes it's good to reach out and tell people that, hey, I just need somebody to talk to, or I just need to reach out, and it's good. Kenneth says sometimes things get hard, but in all reality, the things you build is supposed to be the things that keep you out of the stage of life. Another face just to help and listen to others. We shine through one. Yep, another one. I think I got what you meant there. Craig V367 Godsman says, great point. We are in this life together and we need each other. Yep. I don't think to not get religious on you guys, but I don't think we were meant to be alone. I think, especially that's, I won't get into religious talk, but what I will say is man was not meant to be alone. And I think we as humans we shouldn't be alone. So, Andrevius says trying to downplay what someone is going through because it could be worse is the stupidest concept.
Perfect
That's
timing.
how people end up suicidal. JA. I don't think that's what he meant by that. And if it is, I'm probably defending it. I think everybody has a right to feel how they're going to feel. I just
need context.
Exactly. Oh my God. Now we're going back to context, just like yesterday. I just felt it was important for me to talk about this morning because I felt, I'm dealing with it, and, I'm sure other people that are watching and listening to this are dealing with it too. And so, Philippo says, crypto saved my life. No joke. It brought a full-time job for my wife, and we got investments set up for the future. Philippo said. Bama Finn says, I've dealt with depression and anxiety. Every individual deals with things differently. God bless. Cold of Skylar, you're never alone. Steven, Skylar is with us always. He's with us. We are him. I'm not mad at you. Craig says, no man is on an island. California says, if you're religious, talk to a pastor or something. Yep.
Right.
Yep. I appreciate you guys listening to this morning.
If you see something, say something.
100%. 100%. But most importantly, like, just because somebody is happy or feels like they're, in a great, you don't know what's going, so I'll be perfectly honest, the next 2 months are going to be crazy for me. Traveling up the wazoo, making sure, the podcast stays up and going 5 to 6 days a week for the next, actually, when football season starts, I'll be doing the podcast, the pregame show, plus traveling. Like, it's going to be like 6 days a week for like 7 or 8 weeks. And I'm going to be excited. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't get it twisted. But, too much of anything can really, if you don't, focus on you and your, so I am like, there is that anxiety of, okay, am I going to be good? I, still have to focus on my marriage. I still have to focus on, my job. I have another job. I still have to focus on, the people that, depend on me every morning. And, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. Richard, I took stuff for depression and anxiety in the past, and it has worked for me. and then they weaned me off of it, and I'm starting to think maybe I need to go back on it. So, but I also Flip Side Fishing says exercise of any sort helps fight depression. If it can give anyone advice,
I need to start doing that.
Of exercise, it's a release endorphins and serotonin in the brain. Yep.
I need to find a way to work out in my backyard.
Yeah,
like in the heat here in Florida, and take advantage of it. But
yep.
So you want to give me a workout program? Hit me up on Discord.
Sal says no man is on an island. My third grade nun put it on the board. Never forgot, and I'm 70. I like it. Remember your take on the Javon Kinlaw situation, Stephen D? LOL. What was my take on the Javon Kinlaw situation?
What happened to Javon Kinlaw? Did I miss that?
I thought my take on Javon Kinlaw, if I'm correct, that was the 49ers player who went off on the guy on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube, on his YouTube channel. I thought my take on him was he needs help too. I thought that was my take on that.
Oh, you're talking about when he was screaming at the YouTuber, like I'm a real person.
Yeah. I think that was more of a cry for help than anything personally. That's just my take on it,
Right.
That's
a iffy situation because that YouTuber's doing his job, right? And maybe he's a jerk about it. He's a jerk about it.
That goes to what we were talking about yesterday. That goes to what we were talking about yesterday, right?
Yeah. But then he has the right to do that, and everybody has the right to not watch it. You know what I mean? And Kinlaw situation is it really upset him, and maybe next time it happens, maybe he reaches out to like a mentor and be like, hey, I'm feeling this kind of way about this situation. I'm about to lose on this dude. And that mentor pulls him back. Be like, hey, bro, don't worry about that guy. You know what I mean? And
Kenna says, I deal with depression a lot too, but over the years, my son has made me look at things differently and in the works that my son looked at to make it as a major league baseball pitcher. We haven't even played a game yet, and we're already talking about depression. No, we're not. It has nothing to do with the Dolphins.
It was a milestone, man.
It has nothing to do with the Dolphins. Go back and listen to the beginning of the thing. It had nothing to do with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
That's not just a YouTuber. That's credentialed member of the press acting a fool with athletes. No, I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm just literally trying to just be transparent with people. I feel like one thing I don't want to do is ever put on a mask of something that I'm not. I don't ever want to put on that my life is grand and absolutely amazing, because it's not. I want to be real. I want to be transparent with you guys. And I feel like sometimes we need to have real talks about just life in general. And so every now and again, you're going to get that with me. I don't talk about it a lot, but I do feel when I do talk about it, it's needed. So that's all this is. That's all this is. We can talk about the Dolphins here in a minute, and we'll get to Dolphins talk in a minute. And I wanted to just be very transparent and accountable to you all. And
right.
Andrevius says Steven's been late every day because he needs me to be his therapist. In short, yep, you're right, Andrevius, 100%. 100%. All right. I appreciate y'all listening to me.
Before you get into Dolphins talk, did you watch the second episode of Hard Knocks?
I did not. Have not watched it yet. I've been so busy.
You watched the first one?
I did. Love the first one.
Who are those coaches that are screaming at each other? And like
Aaron.
It is amazing.
Aaron Glenn, right? It's Aaron Glenn and they're both former NFL players.
Yeah. But anyways, you got an offensive coach, a defensive coach. During scrimmage, just like it's like they're having their own scrimmage, like on a piece of paper, playing Battleship, and they're just talking trash to each other.
Hard Knocks is great. I love Hard Knocks.
What impresses me about it, bro, is you got Campbell sitting behind them. All these players, none of them even are turning their heads to look at these two acting like this. They're so used to it. And it tells you that's not for cameras. That is a daily thing. And
I don't know. I like it.
I hope we have something like that on our team, because that is awesome.
No, it's definitely different. I when I watched the first episode, I was like, man, there's so many former NFL players on this team.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing.
Their quarterback coach is Mark Brunell.
Which I was shocked because Mark Brunell has a Jaguar show here in Jacksonville. Had it for years. Yeah. He's had it for years. He's been so involved in the community and he just disappeared, and now I know where he went. So
he's a coach.
Yeah.
He's a coach.
He used to go to this place called Sneakers here in Jacksonville and do a live podcast.
Hey, look, man. I'm not a fan of the Jaguars for many different reasons, but especially and speaking of depression, because of 62-7, and so I've never been much of a Jaguars fan. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's more like one of those things. I live here, and so I kind of support them because, when the Dolphins aren't on, I'm like, hey, they're my hometown, kind of. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they always hooked us up with tickets when I was in the military. We'd always get tickets to the game, or like that family's really generous that owns the Jaguars. Mm-hmm.
But you're a Dolphins fan.
I'm a Dolphins fan.
All right, let's get in.
We don't give away free beer for fans in Miami.
Let's get into just some of the stuff that has been said. So, look, the last couple of days, what is the word I want to use? The narrative. The narrative has changed within some of the press, or the people that cover the team, that Tua's had a really bad few days of training camp. And I don't know if really bad's the right word. I'm just telling you the narrative has definitely changed over the last couple of days. If you look at some other people's YouTube channels, I listened to Dolphins Talk with Ruth Polinsky as a guest. It seems like there's definitely concern, some issues here.
Now, are these the same people who were being positive before?
If you ask 4 days ago, Tua's the guy's having a great training camp, right? So I don't know what to believe, because there's two things. I'm not down there, right? So I'm not watching on a day. I can only go off of what people give me. But Ruth Polinsky said in the Dolphins Talk interview, she said, all we can really see is what the Dolphins give us, which is this propaganda. And she put it in quotations, and she said it, and I was like, this is interesting. Because now I don't know what. Here's what I know. Talking with Daniel likes what he sees. He also sees some red flags, but nothing that would cause major concern. Just what we all think, hey, he needs to work on as far as Tua is concerned, right?
Right.
But I feel like there's very there's different perspectives and perceptions.
So what's the response to these narratives? Is it people saying like they're haters?
I mean, it goes back to kind of what we talked about yesterday, Roach. If you're pro Tua,
right,
you think that this is all.
These are people who haters. These were people who were pro Tua and observed something and put a report on the last 2 days of practice. That doesn't make them not pro Tua in my head. That makes them just observing and accurate reporting, and doesn't mean they hate him. I don't. So
you could take accurate reporting and then put your own perception or take on it, right? Because
every article is
Tyreek went on somebody's podcast or was doing an interview, and he said, look, they told you Tua threw a couple of interceptions. What they didn't tell you is that the wide receiver fell down on a slant route, and that's on us to help him get to where we need to go. So if all I'm seeing on Twitter is Tua threw 2 interceptions, 1 to Javon Holland, but if I have a player telling me, hey, look, the wide receiver fell down on the slant route, that's why the interception was thrown, it had nothing to do with Tua. Tua threw it exactly where it was supposed to go. And by the way, it's practice.
Well, Tua himself said Holland is just that guy. So that tells me that that's not a wide receiver making a mistake. That's Holland either making a play that they didn't expect him to be able to make, right, when he released the ball,
Yeah.
or it was a missed throw in my head. And
I mean, that's fine, but the other thing is we don't know, right? Like, here's the good thing about a game.
100%.
In a game, all of us that are in the chat, all of us that are on Twitter, all of us that do YouTube, all of us that are reporters, whatever, we are looking at the same exact thing, and we can see it with our own two eyes.
Right.
When that happens, we can then make an informed decision on how we feel about X, Y, or Z, whatever the topic is, even if it's Tua, right? But what I will also say is you and I can look at the same thing and have two different perceptions of that. Correct?
Yeah.
Or we might miss something because we're so focused on looking at one thing. And it goes back to the Tyreek Hill comment that he made yesterday and I saw it on Twitter. I don't know where it was. I apologize about that. But, hey, look, nobody wants to talk about the wide receiver falling down. Now, is that on Tua or is that on the wide receiver? Because some people might say, well, Tua needs to know, he needs to wait for that wide receiver to get in place before he throws it there. But then you'll have somebody else saying, well, he's got to time in order to throw it ahead. Exactly. Right? So it's a lose-lose situation. In my opinion, Tua is in a lose-lose situation.
But we've been pretty good about.
He can come out on top. The only way he can come out on top is if the Dolphins win football games in the regular season. That's it. But otherwise, we're going to get this.
Have we, as a fan base, we've been pretty good about calling out the wide receivers that are dropping balls.
But we see it, though. Nobody here on Twitter's talking about that. I haven't seen it.
Well, we got rid of him, one of the guys.
Omar?
Right? No, I'm talking about the wide receivers. They're not on the team. So there's a reason they're not on the team no more. And it's not just because we got Tyreek. We got Tyreek and we drafted Waddle because of the poor play at wide receiver from what we had before, right? If they were playing good, we wouldn't have to draft somebody. We wouldn't have to go sign this guy. And so the Dolphins recognized that and they fixed it. So that's a plus for Tua because they identified hey, these guys aren't doing what we need for Tua to get the ball to them.
But the other problem with that, Roach, is the perception of different people within the fan base, right? And so now we have, again, voice. I'm not saying it's a majority of the fan base. I'm saying it's a loud. This particular portion of the fan base is very boisterous and loud, and whatever their thing is. And so, to go to, there are some people that evaluate him on a day-to-day basis. So if he's bad one day, he's bad. If he's good one day, he's good. I don't think that that's the case. I think you have to take everything as a collective unit and understand that this is training camp. This is where you get better. This is where you work on timing. This is where you work on route running and plays. This is a new playbook. I'm not making excuses for the guy, but what is practice for?
That's where you want mistakes.
About practice, man.
You want to see the mistakes so you can fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
So if he comes out week 1 and puts up 30 points on the board, 40 points on the board, which I expect this team to put up 30 points plus on week 1 against the Patriots. I'm just telling you how I feel, right?
I think where people are getting, though, is you got Skyler. I know everybody hates that you bring up Skyler.
With
the same opportunity, making less mistakes and making more plays.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that, and here's why. Because two things. Number one, you're talking about another player who isn't going to be scrutinized because he's the 7th round pick. And I have clearly stated on public in many occasions that the reason that Tua gets so much flack is because he's the 5th overall pick. If Tua was a 2nd round pick, I don't think we would be nearly as much criticism of that man the way we do because he's the 5th overall pick.
But that doesn't change the fact that he's being outplayed.
He's not being outplayed. That's a lie.
That's what's being reported by people who's watching it.
It has been stated his last 2 or 3 practices have been bad, and now the world's on fire. Hey, God forbid.
Bring up anybody who's been at practice. What have they been telling you about Skyler?
That he's looked good. But that's it. They're saying he's having a good training camp.
He's throwing with the ones. He's throwing with the 2s.
Teddy's throwing with the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Tua's throwing with the 1s,
and
2s. All of them are.
And who's putting up bigger numbers, less interceptions, less issues. Skyler.
See that?
So what? Like it is what it is. Like
What do you mean?
I don't know. I can't like change those numbers. I don't write those numbers on the stat sheets. I don't go out there and be like, hey, defense, take a play off so Skyler looks good. It's just
you're trying to make the narrative.
It is what it is.
Skyler Thompson is outplaying Tua in training camp.
You know,
I think narrative.
I think TD is onto something. If you say that Skyler's better than Teddy, then if Teddy and Skyler or Teddy and Tua's gap is that much close, is Skyler close to Tua or better? Like, it's a good point that TD brought up.
No, so that is a perception that TD has.
Correct? That I agree with. I agree with it.
Okay, that's fine. I don't, and I'll tell you that I don't. All right, and here's why. I think that Tua is by far better than Teddy and Skyler. Okay, he's a better quarterback than both those guys are, in my opinion. Okay, now if Skyler's outplaying Teddy, that's one thing, and that is still a perception, and it's what the coaching staff's going to deem, right? Because if Skyler's way outplaying Teddy, then yes, you take Skyler at your number 2. If the gap is close, you go with the veteran because he's been the point of a backup is to be thrown into a situation because your starter is not capable of playing. That's a lot of pressure to come off the bench last minute or not being.
At what point are you considered a veteran?
Well, are we saying because Skyler's 100 years old?
No. I'm talking about Tua.
Okay.
Is Tua a veteran?
Tua's a veteran.
He's completed. He hasn't completed 2 seasons yet. So in your second year, are you a veteran? He's basically right now in the middle of his second year right now.
That's fine. He's in his third year,
right?
I'm not giving him an excuse for that.
So would we consider him a veteran at that point, like a real veteran, like somebody whose experiences?
I'm saying yes. That I'm about to say TD. Yes, Tua's a veteran.
I would say I don't think he's played enough live games to be considered a veteran.
Okay, that's fine, but his time will say that he's been in,
like his training camps, his practices, all that. But like he made it through all those for each season, but he hasn't put together a full season. And if you add those games together, it adds up to what, like a season and a half of football.
Okay, but what is the point that you're trying to make, Roach?
That if you're saying veterans get the more leeway and you trust what they've done, what they put on paper over at their experiences, then I'm asking, are you considering Tua in that category based off that year and a half of play? Is all I'm asking.
If Tua's what? A veteran? Yes, Tua's a veteran. Yes, he is.
And it benefits him. That's his benefit.
I think that Tua is I mean, he's a veteran. I don't know what else you want me to say to that. He's in his 3rd NFL season. I don't understand the point that you're trying to bring up. Like he's in his
Teddy,
3rd year.
Like Teddy being a veteran, Teddy has all these seasons, all these regular season games.
100%.
Right?
He has
more experience. More experience. Yep. Tua has only a year and a half of regular game experience.
Correct. And Tua and so
and that's my point. I'm saying Teddy has is more of a veteran than Tua.
So you're saying that Teddy should start over Tua because Tua has
what you're saying
more experience? No, that's not what I'm saying.
With the amount of weight you're putting on being a veteran,
there's a difference between being a starting NFL quarterback and a backup NFL quarterback, Roach. And a starting NFL quarterback, you go with 2 things. You go with the person who's going to give you the best chance to win games, as well as the person who has the higher upside. Okay. Because there are times that you're in certain positions of NFL teams that maybe you say, hey, look, these 2 guys are at the same height, but because this guy has a higher upside, we're going to go with him. You look at the Alex Smith situation. You look at the Aaron Rodgers situation in Green Bay with Brett Favre. There are plenty of situations I can point back to in history where maybe they're at the same level, but you go with the person who has the higher upside. When it comes to a backup in the NFL, a backup's job is to come in and potentially give you the best opportunity to win the football game on a last-second notice. Hey, man, I know you've been sitting for 3 quarters, but we need you to come in the game in the 4th quarter to win. Hey, man, I know you're not a starting quarterback in the NFL, but this week our quarterback's hurt. We need you to come in, step in those shoes, and win football games. So veteran quarterbacks are more, in my opinion, are better regulated to be backups than rookies. Now, with that being said, there are plenty of rookies in the NFL that are good, capable backup quarterbacks. If Skyler is outplaying Teddy Bridgewater to the nth degree, okay, like by far and away blowing him out the water, by all means, go with Skyler over Teddy. But if your bridge is close and it's not that high one way or the other, for a backup, you keep Teddy at number 2. And if you want to keep a third quarterback, which I don't agree with, then at the end of the day, that's where you keep a third quarterback and say, okay, you got a high upside. We're going to keep you here, and we're going to keep on training you and building you up. But Tua is better than both of those guys and has a higher upside than both of those guys. And what you're saying is if Teddy and if we're going off your narrative or other people's narratives, that Teddy and Tua are very much similar. Teddy's been in the league for how long?
What, 6 years?
6
years?
Off
the top of my head,
been in the league for 2, and Tua's already at that level of Teddy. Who has the higher upside? Tua, because he's younger.
So doesn't that give Skyler the upside if they're at the same level?
Because you don't grade them on the same grading scale. One is a starting.
So why is it different for Tua than Skyler?
Because Skyler's not going for the starting quarterback position. He is not a starting quarterback in the NFL, and he's not better than Tua.
So my point is the comparison from Skyler to Teddy and Teddy to Tua should be the same. If you're saying that Tua's upside, if him and Teddy are the same, and Tua's upside of his growth brings him above Teddy, then the same should be said for Skyler because he's younger than Teddy too. And if they're playing equal, his level of growth is going to go up. So therefore, with your way of thinking, Skyler should be number 2.
All right, let me rephrase this or make sure I'm saying this correctly. There's your starting quarterback and there's your backup quarterback. And you got to put them on 2 different grading scales because they're 2 different positions. Your starting quarterback gives you the best opportunity to win football games. And he is somebody who has the most talent and is the better all-around quarterback. Mm-hmm. Does anybody disagree that that's Tua?
Right now, yeah.
That that's Tua?
No, right now, Tua should be the starter, 100%.
Okay, we're on the same page there. Your backup quarterback. What is your definition of a backup quarterback, Roach? Is it the same as your starting quarterback?
Yes, I want my backup to be the same as my starter. I want him to come in, and I want him to play the same quality of football as my starter.
No. Your backup quarterback is somebody who is there to help with your current quarterback to make sure he helps him in practice, he helps him in the quarterback room, but at the end of the day, he's also there that if he goes down, that person can step in and give you a chance to win football games.
So you want him to settle?
That's what a backup quarterback is, Roach.
I don't want a backup who's going to settle for being number 2. I want a backup who's going to go after Tua's ankles, rip him off, and take his spot.
Nobody. But
that's what I want.
But now you're talking about competition, and that's not what the argument is.
Is it not a competition?
For a backup, there's in this particular situation, you have your starting quarterback and you have your backup quarterback position. Where do you think that Skyler is currently fighting for right now?
He's fighting for number 2.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
So what is the difference? What is the difference if Tua, you're saying that Tua has more growth, so if him and Teddy are close, then Tua gets the spot above him. Did you not say that?
Say that one more time because I just read Andrevius' comment. He says, I've never seen 2 people on opposite sides.
So you said that if Teddy and Tua are equal, but because Tua's growth, his ceiling is higher than Teddy's, right? That's what he has a potential. He has a potential to go higher than Teddy.
Well, I mean, that's also
what you said.
He's in his second year.
Okay. So why is that different than if Skyler is equal to Teddy for number 2 and his ceiling's higher than Teddy's current ceiling?
That's a perception thing, right? Even the first thing is a perception thing,
well, yeah.
Right?
But I'm saying, why does it change because it's the number 2 quarterback or because it's Skyler versus Tua? That same way of thinking.
So I think I'm looking at it from the standpoint that Tua is that much better than Teddy, and you're looking at it that Tua is
I'm looking at it with no names.
To Teddy.
I'm looking at it with no names.
Okay. Does it matter?
Yes, it matters.
Explain if you have 3 quarterbacks, all capable, good quarterbacks.
Let's take quarterbacks out of it, right? You got cars. You got an old car, right?
Okay.
That broke down all the time. That's Teddy, right? Breaks down all the time.
Yep.
The wheel just fell off one day at practice, right?
That sounds like Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay,
yes.
so that's Teddy.
Okay.
Tua gets drafted.
Yes.
Teddy comes in. Teddy's the backup. Okay. Tua's put in time. He's like, he's been chugging along, doing his thing, a few hiccups here and there, but you think you got all the upgrade pieces you need around him to make him perform. Okay. So you're like, wow, man, and we got this new update coming out soon. We're gonna add this to the motor. He's gonna be way better. So we're gonna put Tua number 1, right?
Yep.
Now you got Skyler. You bought a 3rd car. You got Skyler's car. Okay. And that car is sitting there, and it's just as good as your beat up old car.
Skyler is a used car, okay? Because
Skyler's not a used car. So hold on, let me finish. So then
brand new.
So then you're looking at Skyler. It's like, man, this car's brand new, and in a few years, there's going to be some upgrades that come out, and it's going to propel me past Teddy. But you know what? We're not going to wait for that. We're just going to trade away this new car that doesn't have the upgrades available yet.
What are you talking
and
about?
We're going to stick with Skyler. And we're going to stick with this Teddy car.
Trading him. Nobody said that.
No, hold on. Cutting, trading, whatever. He's not going to be here. So then you have Skyler sitting there out the door, and you got your old beat up car that you ain't doing nothing with. That's not the future, but you're going to let a potential future leave.
You're going based on that. You think that Skylar Thompson is going to be the next big thing, like Kurt Warner or Tom Brady.
Why wouldn't you hope for that?
Because that's not what we're dealing with right now. If Skylar,
why wouldn't you want that?
It's not that I don't want that. It's if it comes to fruition that
Hit my ride.
If Skylar is going to start NFL games this year, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be a good year for the Dolphins.
But that's not the debate.
Okay?
The debate is Skylar number 2 over Teddy. That's the debate.
That's what I've been freaking arguing about with you for the last 30 minutes, Roach.
Yeah. Are you not listening?
Are you not listening?
So you got I just don't understand why you would put anything on Teddy when you have a rookie who's playing as good, if not better than him for cheaper, has a higher ceiling. Teddy's at his ceiling. So you would throw Skyler away to ride with Teddy, who you're not going to keep. But you said you don't want him here if he's number 3. You don't want 3 quarterbacks. That's what you said.
3 quarterbacks.
So you're throwing him away.
So here it is. My perception, pure honest about it. I'm not fully impressed with Skylar Thompson. How about that?
Okay, that makes sense. Because all the hate you throw, that makes sense.
I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying he hasn't made my jaw drop. He's a good quarterback, but I'm not enamored with the guy. I don't think he's the next coming of Jesus in cleats.
Right. No, Omar, I said that if you're saying that Teddy's close to Tua and Skylar's playing better than Teddy, then he's really close to Tua. Is he not?
All right, let's take some people on one at a time because a lot of people have a lot to say in the chat, and we'll let some people come on and argue with us.
We need some math skills around here is what we need.
Look, here's a reality. Neither one of us are GMs, and maybe that's a good thing, or maybe that's a bad thing because obviously, the GMs in past years here haven't done great either. I am Touche says, so Steven, Tua makes your jaw drop. Tua, the excitement of what he could be makes me excited. How about that? Of what he could be. Because I've seen some flashes of it. I've seen some flashes of it.
It's a double standard, man. It's hypocrisy.
It's not
a
double standard. It's not. It really isn't.
Who are you bringing up?
All right, hold on. Let me pin the message here so people know.
I need to know if I need to tag him in or if I need to knock him out.
Cap for life. Good morning.
I'm tagging him in. Come in, Cap.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I just, I'm perplexed also, man. I don't, the hypocrisy card, I've thrown it a lot, and it's been thrown around a lot, but I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, Roach makes a great point. Like, how do we know what Skyler is if he's not even broken in yet? And how do we know that Tua's a vet if he's not broken in yet either?
Is Tua a rookie quarterback in the NFL, Cap for Life?
I mean,
Is he a rookie? Yes or no?
I mean, this coming up season, yes, he's a rookie because he hasn't played a
No,
full
he's
season, in my
not.
opinion. He hasn't played a full season.
That's a perception thing, and you're
That's
wrong.
not a perception.
By the
He
way.
hasn't played a full
That's a
season.
fact.
So you're saying that in
What
order
season
to be
did
a
he
rookie
play?
in the you guys are saying in order to be a rookie in the NFL, you have to play an entire full season.
A veteran.
I sure as hell am not going to give the
I
veteran
just
card to
said
somebody
rookie.
who's played 3 years and not a full season. I can't do that. I can't give that veteran cliche gets thrown around a lot as well, man. Like, what the hell is a veteran? A guy who contributes and plays, or just a guy who's collecting a check for 3 years?
To me, a veteran is a guy who has played, had bad experiences, learned from them, and improved, and is past that. That's a veteran.
That's not a veteran. That is your perception of what
that
you
is
think,
a veteran to me,
and that's a bad perception, by the way.
So if you go out there and you play and you just suck, right, and you never learn from it, never learn and never make adjustments, and you just keep sucking, would you be like, hey man, that guy's a veteran though, he should start over him?
So here's how I look at the NFL. Okay, this is my perception. You have rookies, you have second-year guys, and then you have veterans.
Okay. Where's Tua?
Tua is a veteran. He's in his third year.
But he hasn't played 2 years.
Don't give a crap. He's in his third year, bro.
So does that make Noah a veteran? He's been here for 3 years.
Oh.
Yes, and Noah's a bum. And I have no problem saying it.
Wow.
On the field. I have no problem with that man off the field. But on the field, that man can't play worth licks. So, what else? What you got any brain busters there for you guys? I'm ready.
No, we're just shocked that, like, I don't even want to argue with you about it anymore because now I know where your mindset is and I know it's delusional.
What are you talking about? Why am I delusional?
It is what it is.
Explain that to me.
I
Pat,
tried for the last 30 minutes. I tried for the last 30 minutes, Steven. What's that?
3 years in the same position, I would say.
A veteran for you.
A veteran. For me, it would be 3 years solid. And a veteran that's a veteran now
I don't know, Cap
also that has been to the playoffs is another thing, too.
No.
Veterans and veterans.
So time out. You're saying a veteran has to be in the playoffs as well?
He just finished saying that at the end, yeah.
So there's no veterans at all in the Detroit Lions.
You've been to the playoffs, you know how to
So
win.
he's asking you, are there any veterans on the Detroit Lions?
So, Steven, it's like having
on the Detroit Lions.
Do you think every starting quarterback in the NFL is a starting caliber quarterback?
You got him there,
No.
Steve.
Okay, but they're called starting quarterbacks.
I'm
It's the
just
same thing with veterans. He's
You're
a
like-
veteran, but he's not really a veteran.
You have rookies, second-year guys, and then veterans. What else do you want from me? I don't know what else you want from me with this. This is crazy.
And a veteran who has to have his wide receiver hold his hand and
then according to Cap,
show him around the whole city like he's his little girlfriend.
You have to make the playoffs to be a veteran. That sounds stupid.
I didn't say that. Greg said that.
Well, Greg
said that. I didn't say that.
Greg is wrong. Just wrong.
You said you wrong. You're dead wrong.
I'm wrong about Floyd
Wait, did I
Mayweather?
ever say,
Bullshit.
Steven, I don't think I ever said
Tell him
that.
swear jar.
Steven, I don't think I ever said that Tua should start over, or Skyler
No, I
should
gotta
start
bet.
over
No,
Tua.
no,
I
I
said,
swore.
no,
Oh, shit.
Tua should start over Skyler. I did
Tell
say
him
that.
swear jar again. Say what, Roach?
I did say that Tua should start over Skyler right now. Did I not?
That
I was
Tua
very
should-
clear.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was
but-
clear. Okay,
but
because
I'm
people in the
telling you,
chat are trying to
because
say that I'm saying the opposite, and that's not what I said.
Roach, some of your, but the way you are set, but I know what you said, but I also know what you were trying to explain, and what you were trying to explain was not good in my opinion. Okay, DM Baller says the definition: a person who has had a long service or an experience in an occupation. Tua, by definition, is a vet now.
Well,
yes,
well, wouldn't
is.
that make everybody coming out of college a vet? That's an occupation.
No, there's a difference between.
Are they
the
not
college
making
game
money
and
in
the-
college
there's a
football now?
difference between-
They're
that
not getting
matters.
paid to play
There's a
college football.
difference between
That's
the
not a
college
job.
game and
Do
the
they have to
pro
claim it
game.
on their taxes?
Roach,
All that.
You sound crazy this morning.
Hey,
What
blame
did
your
you
government.
drink?
Blame your government for tax the way they do taxes, man. I don't know what to tell you.
What?
Is it not taxable income? Is it taxable income?
That has nothing to do with
That makes
what
it a
we're trying
job.
to talk about.
So he said occupation. Did he not say occupation?
He is. We're talking about
Cap. Did he? What do you think, Cap?
There's a difference between the NFL and college football.
I know there's a difference, but
okay,
I'm poking holes in what he's saying. Is all I'm doing.
Yeah, and you're poking holes is wrong. Cap for life. Do you have anything else before I let somebody else come in?
No, thank you very much, and God bless America.
I love you, Cap.
America.
Not Steven, but Cap.
Lakers all day, help me, please.
Man.
Please help me.
Today, I love today's show. It's amazing. I love it. Y'all two are funny. Y'all like brothers from like another mother. You know that?
Oh, man. Roach said, take a break, Roach. Get out of here, Roach. What is where's the thing? Where's it at? Hold on. Let me see. Hello, Roach. Get out of here. Okay. Thank you. All right. What can I do for you, Lakers all day?
I just want to know, why does everybody think Skyler is like this next big thing? Like, he just had one good preseason game. Tua hasn't played a preseason game yet, and Teddy's struggling in practice, and Tua is struggling in practice. So we don't really have an elite quarterback. I feel like we have all these 3 backup quarterbacks, if you realize it.
Okay.
You know,
so what's your question? Because that's your point of view, and I don't necessarily agree with it, but I respect it, I guess. You know, I hear what you're saying. Here, if you're coming at it from the standpoint, I think that we have a quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa that is in his 3rd year, on his 3rd different playbook, with his 4th different offensive coordinator, or 5th different offensive coordinator, depending on how you look at it, right? 4th or 5th.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a 2nd head coach, and for the first time in his entire NFL career, which has only been, we're in his 3rd year, I personally believe that he has the support that he's never had. And if you look at what his Alabama college career was, he even said it on the podcast with Tyreek Hill. Everything was catered for us there. We didn't have to do too much because it was a very, this is what it was given to us on a silver platter, the way that it was executed. And we all agree that the college game is different from the pro game. Nobody's going to sit here and argue with me with that. And if you are, you're wrong. Okay. But what I will say is, in the NFL game, there's a lot of different things you have to do. I don't think Alabama truly prepared him for that. Do I think that Tua was the 5th overall pick in the NFL? At the time, I was all for him. I was the guy. Yep, give me Tua. I want Tua. Hindsight being 2020, he's probably a late 1st round, early 2nd round pick at best. Okay? That's just me being honest with you guys. But that doesn't mean that his ceiling isn't high and that he can't be a great quarterback in the NFL. And yes, I said great. I am not a Tua-neer, despite what some of you might think. But I do believe in him, and I think that he has a very high ceiling. When it comes to somebody like Skyler, or whoever your backup's going to be, I said this yesterday on the show, Lakers All Day. I said that no matter which way you look at it, you have to look that the backup quarterback is probably going to be the most popular player on an NFL roster. Why is that? Because if your starter is messing up, I said with the exception of 8 to 10 teams, that is the case. There are about 8 to 10 teams where that's not the case. Your Aaron Rodgers, your Derek Carr, your maybe Russell Wilson, if people want to say, Justin Herbert. There's about 8 to 10 quarterbacks in the NFL where the backup is not the most popular player. But for 20 to 22 other teams, the backup quarterback is always better than the starter. Because it's, well, this guy, it could be better than what we currently have in place. The reality of the situation is, if he was so much better, he would have been drafted higher, 1. And 2, he would be competing for the starting job. We wouldn't be like the team would announce that. Tua's got the starting job. Point blank. What we do know is that there is a question for concern with the backup spot, because Teddy hasn't gotten a lot of reps, and we haven't seen Teddy Bridgewater yet in a preseason game. We're going to get a lot of those answers on Saturday night. If Teddy ends up being somebody where we're sitting here saying, oh my God, he got reps on Saturday, maybe it is a lot closer than we think. I think some of it, not all of it, because the train is too hype right now, but some of it will die down, the Skyler talk. But the reality is, at the end of the day, week 1, Tua Tagovailoa will be the starting quarterback for this team. The question is, will there be 2 or 3 quarterbacks, and who will be the number 2? And as Skyler played so much better, I do think the time they're investing in him makes me believe that they want him on the 53.
Yeah, me too. I agree with that one.
That's all that there is. Do I think he's better than Teddy? I don't know. I just know I haven't seen much of Teddy.
Yeah. But, okay, let me ask you a question, too. Why do you think our coach didn't play Tua the first preseason game?
Because he didn't want to get him hurt. And his mind, if you look at 90% of the starters on this team did not play that first preseason game. It wasn't just Tua. It was a lot of the starters.
No, I understand. Yeah, you're right. You're right, too.
And so there's 3 preseason games. Now, every team is choosing to go about it differently. Some might say, hey, we're going to let this starters play 1 drive and that'll be it. Some teams said, no, we're not letting our starters play at all. What I think will happen probably is going to, like, I have no idea what Mike McDaniel is thinking. Now, if I was in his shoes, I would let them play 2 to 3 series, the starters, this coming up Saturday. I want to see 2 to 3 good series, offense and defense, everybody playing. I need some good looks here.
Yeah.
And then the following week, you're going to get 2 inter-squad practices against the Eagles, plus a preseason game. So if we don't get the answers that we need off of Saturday, the 2 inter-squad practices in the 3rd preseason game, it's because McDaniel doesn't want to give us the playbook. He doesn't want people to know what we're thinking. So when we come out and smack New England in the mouth week 1, which will happen, you all, keep the receipt. Miami's going to kill New England week 1. It'll be part of it will be because they will have no clue on what's coming for them. None. Absolutely none. Anything else, Lakers all day? Because I got some other people in the back room.
It's cool, man. You can bring them in, man. You can bring them in. You was hyped though. I love the energy today, man. I love it.
I appreciate it, man.
I love it.
I love you. I love everybody. I love the Tuaneers, the Tua haters. I love the Skylaneers, the Skyler haters. I love them all. Bring us. Let's go.
Know, Steven, bro, you should be a comedian.
Y'all can get on the train.
Hey, Steven, you should be a comedian. You are really funny. You know that?
I try.
You are, though. You should really try to make up some jokes and try to, stand up comedy. That'd be funny.
Lakers all day. You're making me blush. Okay? You're making me blush. It's not a good look. I love you, brother. Thank you for coming on this morning, bro.
No problem, man.
All right. How much time does Roach have left in the back room? Oh, you got 2 more minutes, Roach. Hello, Andrevius. Good morning to you, good sir. The losing side of the argument. I like your name this morning.
I don't have a lot of words for you. That was the worst argument I've ever. I couldn't deem a winner. It was like it was a draw, and it wasn't like
no points.
It wasn't like y'all battled
on both your souls.
Y'all didn't battle a good fight to the end that ended in a draw. It was like Jesus Christ. Everybody threw 100 punches, none were landed, and that's all right. Let's go home, everybody.
Is the worst pay-per-view ever.
Pretty much, yes.
So what is your perception on everything this morning? Let's get your take, Andrevius.
Listen, I've already told y'all. I think this whole trying to hype up Skyler to be something more than what he is it's ridiculous. But hey, this is a game we're all gonna play, that the fan base is gonna play until Tua balls out. So it's like whatever. It's like I said it yesterday. If Skyler does take the job, it's not a good thing. I don't know why they think that would be a good thing. That's a terrible thing. That means
that's what I'm saying.
We're headed in a terrible
direction. Yes.
We're headed in the wrong direction if somehow Skyler becomes our quarterback. We're headed the wrong way. I say this again and again and again. His max in college was 12 touchdowns in a season. 12 touchdowns is the highest touchdown total count he had in college. Do you know what great college quarterbacks do?
I'm trying to make
Do
a
you know what
Sky.
great
I'm
quarterbacks
trying to
do
make
in
a Skyler
college?
jersey, but the website won't let me.
That's a waste of money because he'll never see the field.
Listen,
You could
if
just, you could
Skyler
just
ends up
donate that
being our
money to
starting
Blue Roach, it'll be
quarterback,
better
that means
served.
we're looking for a new quarterback in the draft. That is exactly what that means. Sorry to tell you guys. I'm sorry. I know you guys are like, hey, he's been getting good reports in camp. He can be Tom Brady 2.0. Tom Brady is one of one. I'm sorry to tell you. He's one of one. It doesn't happen. There's no other examples. Zero.
Look, we got some adult stuff in the chat.
Oh,
Just
Jesus.
got it out. Look, here's. I think I've tried to state this before. I think the problem is, and I'm just going to keep repeating myself since everybody obviously doesn't understand me. The hype with Skyler is the unknown of what he could be. And because we even remotely see a little glimpse of positivity with him, oh my God, he could be better than what we currently have. When the reality is we don't even know what we currently have with Tua in this
Here's
offense.
the thing, though,
Let it
Steven.
play
I could
out.
do that with every position for
Holland
every
has the
single
orange
team in the
jersey.
NFL.
100%.
Like, I don't know what I have in my fourth string running back. He could be great for all I know. He's probably not going to make the team, so you'll never know.
Because people always want to bring up Tom Brady being a 6th-round pick. They want to bring up Kurt Warner. They want to bring up these asterisks, these once in a millennium play, like once in a blue moon players. You're right. You are 100% correct. Skyler could be the next coming of Kurt Warner or Tom Brady. But the odds are, if he has to play, how did Tom Brady start, everybody? Because Drew Bledsoe went down with an injury. How did Kurt Warner play? Because Trent Green went down with an injury. And odds are in the NFL, when your starting quarterback goes down with an injury, the backup is just not good enough to help you win football games. Yes, there are asterisks that you can point to say, you know what, there was that time that one quarterback did absolutely amazing. Yes, there is. But odds are not in your favor. And the odds of Skylar Thompson being Kurt Warner or Tom Brady are slim to absolutely none. So if you're hoping and praying for that, you're hoping for a 1 in a million chance. Your odds are better served with Tua Tagovailoa being the starter and being a great quarterback on the team.
Who's arguing about Tua being the starter?
This is the only part where I'll give you pushback, Steven. I'm going to kind of be on your side on this one, Roach.
I'm a little upset.
Of course, the people who are rooting for Skyler are just holding on to hope and prayer. That's what all fans do. It's the off season. That's what we're supposed to do. This is the other thing about this. Most Skyler fanboys besides Roach. Roach has a little bit of logic behind it. It isn't just most of them are just out of hate for Tua, and it's like. And they have a hate for the team, and they claim they don't hate the team and wish that they fail, but everything they say is about the team and how they're going to fail and how they're going to let you down. And it's like, this is the part of the season we're supposed to be happy. We have lost no games yet. Who hates on hope? Who hates hope? I will never hate on hope. How do you hate on hope? That's what we're dealing with. That's the most miserable fucking thing you can do is hate on fucking hope. So you know what, Roach? With that being said, I apologize for your hope. Your hope on Skyler, because
here's my thing is
most of the Skyler-nears just hate hope. It's ridiculous.
Is there any hope for Teddy to take a job and keep it? Is there any hope for that? There's not.
Dolphin fans.
Wait, why'd you kick him?
I didn't. I think he got a phone call because he didn't.
But what I was saying is, that's my thing is, there's not hope for Teddy to like come up and be something. We already know what Teddy is. There's hope for Skyler.
So there's no hope for Tua?
We're talking about number 2, Steven. There is definitely hope for Tua.
Okay.
But that's my thing is, just because Skyler comes up and is great, doesn't mean that Tua can't be great.
The fact is, Skyler is outperforming Tua, and you guys are scared. First Herbert, now Skyler. When does the hate end? Oh my God! Tua's based on hope.
That's the thing, Steven, is why can Skyler not be great at the same time Tua's?
You know what
great?
though? I'm not this guy, so I'm not going to do it. But I would love to keep the receipts on all of you that are saying this, and I hope come week 4 when we're 3-1 or a minimum 2-2. I think we're going to be 2-2 after the first 4. I'm like, that's what I'm pushing for. But I see a scenario where we're 3-1 after the first 4, and Tua's thrown, for, I think he's going to have thrown for 8 touchdowns in the first 4 games, maybe even 10.
You want some real honesty from me? You want some real honesty?
I want y'all to come back up here and tell me about Skylar Thompson. Oh my God, Skylar Thompson.
Here's the honesty. Skylar hasn't showed us anything that guarantees he'll be great. We just hope he will. Tua hasn't shown us anything that says he'll be great. We just hope he will be.
We know Teddy's a good backup. Skylar never played, Ian Baller said. All right, let me bring in my man Eric Carrier. Dolphins, Southern New England.
What up?
Get on camera, man.
I can't. Okay. I'm near a nuclear submarine. I am.
Oh, you're on a nuclear sub. Talk. Oh.
I'm there.
Okay. What's up, man? Talk to me.
Listen, we were talking about backups stepping in and injuries. Matt Castle went 11-5 when Brady tore his ACL.
When Brady tore his ACL, correct. And by the way, we're also talking about Belichick and his capability of seeing really good talent and having good quarterbacks. We don't know what McDaniel's going to be with that.
Wait, are you saying Mac Jones is a good quarterback?
Jimmy Garoppolo went 4-0 when Brady was suspended.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Are you saying Mac Jones is a good quarterback?
Again, you're giving me an asterisk. You're giving me it doesn't happen a majority of the time, and every scenario you've just given me is Belichick and the Patriots.
But why is that?
We all know that Belichick and the Patriots have done a great job of drafting.
So why is every example got to be an asterisk for you? Everything that disagrees, you're just saying is an asterisk.
The majority of the NFL, when the starting quarterback goes down, it's not good for that team.
Well, when you got 2 quarterbacks in your lineup that are down the majority of the time, guess what? You need to have one that's good.
So if that, for the argument and for the record, Roach, that is the argument that I will take for keeping 3 quarterbacks on the roster that you like.
I'm cool with 3. But I'm saying if we jump to 2, I get rid of Teddy. That's all I'm saying.
I've been all the ones saying 2 over 3. The problem with keeping 3. If your argument to me with 2 of 3 is because your 2 quarterbacks in front have yet to really play a full season healthy, it's worth keeping that 3rd quarterback on the roster. I'll shut up to the argument.
And there's a bigger chance that Thompson's going to grow than Teddy.
Huh?
And there's a bigger upside possibility for Skyler than there is for Teddy.
How do you know that?
6 years of experience watching Teddy.
And what have you seen? One preseason game and
it's not one preseason game
out of Skyler.
The same people throwing to the same people, right? Against the same defense, and he's outperforming the guy.
You do realize that any quarterback in training camp right now, whether they end up playing a snap in the NFL or not, are better than most of the people in this world throwing footballs at wide receivers, correct? You get that. You understand that, right?
Yeah. So why ain't Teddy outperforming him?
Because why is Teddy who?
Why is Teddy not outperforming Skyler?
I don't have an answer for that. All I know is he hasn't gotten the reps from what I've seen.
So he's not available.
Are they indeed all going against the same?
Yes, he's playing with the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. All 3 quarterbacks. No, all 3 quarterbacks are playing with the 1s, 2s, and 3s. All 3 of them.
Ryan AP, I agree with you. I was more impressed last year with Reed Sinnett than I've been with Skylar Thompson this year.
I did like Reed Sinnett.
Huh?
I did like Reed Sinnett, but he was airing it out left and right.
100%. I think Reed
every
Sinnett
throw
looked
he
good.
had in that preseason game.
Reed
was over
Sinnett
20
looked
yards.
good in his third preseason game last year, better than Skylar did in this one preseason. But we're crowning Skylar as he's ready to take over the starting quarterback with some people in this fan base, which is the stupidest argument there is.
What is the starter?
Remember,
here's the thing. But what in their defense? In their defense, what has our starter done to secure that job?
What has our starter done to do what?
Secure his job.
Tua?
Yeah. What has he done to secure his job?
He's the starting quarterback. He's had the highest completion percentage of the NFL. He's 3-0 against the Patriots. He's won football games in the NFL. He has an over 500 winning percentage as a starting quarterback. And when he's healthy, he's a decent quarterback. He's a good quarterback.
Steven.
What has he done? He won games with Mac Hollins as his one wide receiver one.
Thank you.
What has our team gotten from him?
He's won football games.
Where are we right now?
With what he's been given.
So those winning football games got us where?
One game away from being in the playoffs.
We've been games away from in the playoffs for years.
No, we have not been.
For the last 20 years, we haven't almost made the playoffs before.
Here's some facts for you here, Roach.
You want me to pull it? I'll pull it.
The Dolphins have had back-to-back winning seasons the last 2 years. Who's our quarterback those 2 years? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Who got us to the playoffs? Who got us to the playoffs?
Who, Tannehill? Tannehill didn't even get a chance to play because he was hurt.
Okay. So who do you want to give? Matt Moore? You want to give it to Matt Moore?
Matt Moore, too. The sad part is Matt Moore and Chad Henne have Super Bowl rings before the Dolphins do. That pisses me off.
So, Steven, my point is, you guys are crowning Tua when he really hasn't done anything.
There's no crowning here. He is the starting quarterback of this team. Why are you arguing with me?
Because you could put, because I feel like we could put Aaron Rodgers in this quarterback room, and you would still put Tua ahead of him.
Do we have Aaron Rodgers on our roster right now?
I feel like you would still put Tua ahead of Aaron Rodgers
on our roster right now. Is he available for
But if we
trade?
did, you're not even listening. If we did, because my point is, you're on Tua's knob, and if Rodgers was here,
get out of here
and
with that.
If Rodgers was here, you would want him off the team because he threatens Tua. That's the truth.
Raise your hand in the chat.
They can't raise their hand. They're in the chat.
Watching, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Tua? Everybody would say Aaron Rodgers. Everybody would say Aaron Rodgers. It'd be stupid for you not to say that.
Yeah.
But if I'd rather have Teddy Bridgewater or Tua, I'm taking Tua every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
I don't want Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay, I'm just saying that's what we have to go with.
My point is, it doesn't matter who's on this team. It seems like you're just all about Tua, man. That's just my observation.
Apparently, I'm a Tua-neer.
And it said 60% the other day in the vote. Unless you think that was a fake vote, we cheated the system.
Aldo says, thank you for the $10 donation, Aldo. You do realize that if he doesn't get hurt, we would have made the playoffs both years. We missed by one game.
You can't guarantee that.
No, but we can say the odds are likely because he has a winning percentage in the NFL of over 500.
Oh.
The odds are with us. I love you, Roach. I've never seen us go at it back and forth like this. This is
Where have you been this last week?
Man.
What are you talking about?
What am I do with you, Roach?
I just, COVID hit me and I came back not giving a crap is what happened.
Obviously. You sure it was COVID? Because whatever was left, man, bro, just crazy. All right, you're back. What happened?
Before I said y'all was both losing the argument. And then right now, I was almost going to crown Roach. He was dragging you until he did that Aaron Rodgers thing. That was terrible.
My point
is terrible.
My point is, real quick, Andrevius, is I don't think it matters what QBs are in our depth chart, that he is always going to go with Tua. That's my point.
First of all, I don't think we would make a move for Aaron Rodgers.
No, neither do I. I was just proving I was trying to prove a point.
We would never make a move for Aaron Rodgers and keep Tua on the roster. That's first and foremost.
Well, yeah.
Second, I don't think anybody in their right mind, not even Steven, would not even the biggest Tua of them all would say,
Alex.
"Hey, right now, let's roll with Tua
Alex
instead of
would
Aaron
play
Rodgers."
Aaron Rodgers over Tua.
He would play Aaron Rodgers over Tua? I know.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you're more delusional than Alex, is what I'm trying to say.
Why?
Because of what you're saying today. It's nuts.
Are we watching? Are we listening to the same show, y'all? Please let me know.
Roach, the only conclusion I could, I know you didn't say this before you say I said you said this, but the only logical conclusion I can jump to from what you're saying is that you're comparing Skylar Thompson to Aaron Rodgers.
No. I was using Aaron Rodgers because he's this epitome of a quarterback, right? And I was trying to emphasize that I don't think it matters to Steven who is in our QB room, that Tua is better than everybody in the league. That's how I take what he says. That's all I was trying to prove a point.
Those words have never once come out of my mouth.
But that's my perception.
Once.
You can't change my perception.
Your perception is wrong. Did I just get kicked off, Flip Side? Why did I get kicked off?
Are you kicked?
Confirm. Were you kicking me off there, Flip Side?
And then I'm going to teach you how to do the sound effect.
I don't know. He might not be kicking me off.
I got my finger on it. It's ready.
I need Flip Side to confirm. Did you? Did you though? But did you?
And who would have thought Andrevius is the peacemaker?
I know, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm just waiting to hear from Flipside Fishing here. Yes, respectfully.
King of Tuanon, get the out of here.
So after today's show, can we officially say that Steven is Tuanon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello. Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey, good morning, man.
Sharif?
Man, I actually wanted to deep dive his third year and fourth year and fifth year, and because I'm like you, Roach, like it's open. I'm a Dolphin, but we can deep dive if we should pay him now versus going through what Doc and Cousins did to us if he happens to be above average. What do you guys think?
Wait, can you say that one more time? I want to make sure I understand exactly.
Should we pay Tua now and offer him a contract now, or essentially lowball him so we can, because he hasn't proved it yet, and then we will be able to keep the X's and the Tyreeks and pay the Waddles and Jalen Phillips of the worlds in the future?
I don't think we pay Tua anything now.
You don't do it now, eh?
No, not me.
If
he comes out and he comes out and he does good, then yeah, at the end of the year maybe.
Oh, if he comes out and does good through 8 weeks, it's too late. Yeah, that it's a problem. If he comes,
so you're saying if we wait for him to perform, it's going to be,
Whoa. Oh man. Well, you have anything to offer about that suggestion?
God damn, what's going on? I'm like working. I didn't even hear what you said. What'd you say, Sharif?
Well, what I was talking about is, if you were the Chris Greer, would you pay Tua now before he balls out through 8 weeks? If he balls out through 8 weeks, or do you wait and pay him and suffer going through Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins back and forth?
That's a tough one. That is a tough one right there.
I thought about it, man. People in the comments, you can add to it too.
So if he's balling out and he's willing, like I'm talking balling out, like we talking right, he in the MVP conversation, and we can get ahead of it now and pay him now, and he's willing to. Yes, absolutely. Because
why does that work out? Let me explain how that works out. We would give him a contract now, and it'll only kick in his after his fifth year. So we would actually have 2 more years if we offer that contract now. And
but what if he sucks?
We'd have also room to play with X, Tyreek, Waddle, Christian Wilkins, Jalen. We'll have room. But if we wait and he balls out week 8, it's over.
Well, Rashad, the whole scenario is based on if he balls.
I mean, we're not paying him now. Oh, sheesh. Good Lord. Who is this? Terrence is a menace.
They don't want anybody on the panel today, apparently.
We just gonna
I
play.
try to chime in, but I can't host a show. I got a job, guys. What's up with you guys?
I got a haircut in 15 minutes.
All right.
Put on some solo D.
Hi, guys, in the chat. Tell me what you want to talk about. No, nobody got suggestions in the chat of what we should talk about. It's my show. Okay, it's Rashad. It's our show, apparently. What are we talking about?
On that rant about backup quarterbacks and Tua being slightly better than Sky. Like I don't know what.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Listen, I know it's two sides of everything, but the people who are arguing that I've heard no one say Skylar's not doing good in camp, but this whole narrative that he's outperforming Tua or it's really close, I haven't really heard that one much either. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm not going to throw no names out there, but I'm just saying I haven't heard that from anyone official with credentials who goes out to the camps. That's all I'm going to say. And I'll just leave it at that. I haven't heard Skylar's pushing for anything, to be quite honest. Prove me wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody please prove me wrong. Put the tweets,
we're in the same boat.
Pull up the articles, pull up anything that says, Andrevius, you're wrong. Skylar has clearly. That was funny, Jose. That was funny.
Tua threw 3 interceptions. Skylar threw 2. Teddy threw 1. So does it make Teddy the better quarterback of the 3?
Teddy threw 2 and Skylar threw 1. But here's the thing. Yesterday, when I say I saw some backpedaling on all the negative reporting about the interceptions, I definitely saw something because after the video came out with Mike McDaniel in his post-practice press conference and how he said the offense was basically dragging their ass in the first half of practice, and then he called out the defense, and then suddenly the defense started making plays and all these basically oh Jesus, swear jar.
Bro, I know it's hard, man. It's hard, huh?
But yeah, they said the defense started making plays after McDaniel called them out, and it's like sounds like it was defense one half the day, offense one half the day. But hey, maybe McDaniel making stuff up. Who knows? I get it. The coach is lying on everybody. And then I saw some tweets where, the beat reporters kind of started backpedaling to, I can find those very easily. But, yeah, everybody's lying except for the people who say Tua played terribly. Those are the only truth tellers.
It seems like you can't really believe everybody.
Oh, cap for life. Am I really lying? Because I can find the video where McDaniel literally said what I just said.
Hey,
Where is your evidence to the contrary? Oh, yeah, I am a weirdo, Cap. I'm sorry. Steven, is your timeout up yet? Come back up.
Yeah, man. Come back up, bro.
I cannot host the show while I'm trying to do stuff, guys.
What argument were you making?
Oh, I was just talking about how McDaniel basically said that it wasn't terrible on the offense that day, that they said it was terrible, and that the offense was actually winning the camp, and then he called his defense out. And then the defense started making all those crazy plays.
Like,
because you talking about 2 days ago, Tua bad. 2 days ago, Tua was 11 for 30.
Mm-hmm.
He had the 3 interceptions. I think yesterday he had the 2 interceptions, but he had he had a good day. They said they had a good day yesterday. It's just that Javon turned it on and every beat reporter was saying how Javon Holland was literally everywhere on the field. It sounds like Javon Holland is either getting used to Tua because he's been practicing against him for that was the 14th practice.
Let's go. And then I want to add another thing. I want to add another thing to the Tua haters / Skylar Nears. I heard nothing about how Skylar's been balling out in these 2 days where y'all say Tua was bad. Did you hear something about Skylar being great?
No,
I'll wait for that. Because I'll wait for that.
I'm telling you,
I heard nothing.
First of all, you guys did a great job hosting the show. You guys did such an amazing job.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for Tua played bad. Skylar lit it up while Tua was just playing terrible. Or did they say the offense in general was playing bad?
Everything that I have heard is that there's only two things I hear in training camp. I hear what Noah's done or not done. I hear what Tua's done or not done.
And that's it.
And Skylar.
No,
that's all I've really heard.
We hear Skylar's on his way to being on the practice squad and on somebody's top quarterback list.
I feel like
he's going to be snatched in a hot second because the national media loves Skylar.
The national media loves Skylar. That's a good one.
Clearly, you got to be loved nationally if there's a line of teams waiting for you.
I mean, apparently,
that's not true. Ball with their eyes wide open. I'm subjected to this much bad quarterback play to where we watch Skylar Thompson this Sunday.
You're breaking.
Wait, pseudo Spike. I'm sorry. He said they're the Skylarians, not Skylar Nears. Okay,
the Skylarians.
Skylarians. Okay,
what
my bad.
What the hell was that?
That's the Skylar fan club people.
Okay.
That's the Kansas State fans coming to take over our fan base. That's what they are. The Kansas State fans coming to infiltrate our fan base.
Welcome back, Roach. Oh my goodness.
What up? Hey, I found a stat, Steven, since you brought up accuracy.
Ooh.
Okay. Tua's accuracy, 71.3%. You know who's under him?
Who?
At 71.0.
Who?
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
So, does it really mean that much?
No.
I like Ryan Tannehill. I feel like he gets a bad rep.
I do like Ryan Tannehill. But my point is that if he's number 2 and that's your category for being the top QB, like that's what you're standing on, is it really that sturdy of a rock?
Nope.
It's a rock.
And Tannehill played more games, so he had more throws to bring that percentage down, like if he would have missed them. So his 71 is stronger to me than Tua's 71, where he played less games. Is that fair? That's the way math works.
Wait. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say that again. I missed it. I'm sorry.
I said Tannehill's 71% accuracy is stronger than Tua's because Tannehill had to make more throws. He had to play more games. And then so he had more of an opportunity to bring his percentage down by missed throws than Tua had.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure most people will argue, even if you think Tua's going to be better, that Tannehill has done more in this league. So I don't think that's really a bad thing on Tua.
So I'm just saying when people say that he's so great,
category.
Yeah, when people say he's so great because of his accuracy, but is it really that great?
He makes look, in my opinion,
is that what separates quarterbacks?
So let's look at something here. He hasn't had any wide receivers in the 2 years that he's been in the league so far. His wide receivers number 1 have been Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, and Mac Hollins. Those have been his wide receiver number 1 since he's been in the league. Okay. On top of that, he's had no O-line. He's had multiple different offensive coordinators and different playbooks. Okay. So
didn't Ryan Tannehill take that same team to the playoff?
No, he didn't. We gutted the team when he came.
Who was our wide receivers?
Mike Wallace.
Who was our wide receivers when Ryan Tannehill went to the playoffs? I miss Jarvis Landry.
Mike Wallace, Jarvis Landry.
I miss Jarvis Landry. Now you got me depressed, Rashad. I want Jarvis Landry
I'm
back.
sorry. I love Jarvis Landry. He was
Is he a free agent right now, or is he still playing even?
Devontae Parker.
Plays for New Orleans.
No. Jarvis plays for New Orleans?
Yeah,
Hey, but Steven, watch this. Do you notice that only Skylar non guys are banning us? But continue to contribute,
Skylar Non's been banning us today.
It's the same thing. I get banned by the two and
The
ear.
reason why people love Skyler is because he had a good game. That's it. That's the only reason.
I ban anybody. Anybody can get
Was
it. You
that a
say
good
something I
game?
think is dumb, you got to go.
Why are you so harsh, bro?
Great game for sure. Pick.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up, Rashad, or Lakers all day. One of you two are
No,
breaking
that's
up.
not me. I'm good.
It's Rashad. Rashad keeps breaking up. I think that Thompsonites, Chris Smith, that's what they're called, Thompsonites.
That's a better name.
That's a better name, I'm big.
But to answer the original question, he's been playing with people that would not be starters. Like
he's been playing with the ones.
And he's not. So this year, in my opinion, he has no excuse. As much as I think the offensive line still needs to be addressed more, they did upgrade it. Okay, and as long as they put people in, it is. And I think with Connor Williams, I don't know about playing at center. But if you move Connor Williams to guard and you put Dieter at center and you put Teron Armstead, I think that's a serviceable offensive line. All right, and so with that being said, I think that he has no excuses this year.
I have a question for you, Steven.
I'm not giving Tua any walk-off excuses.
You can't.
But what
My question to you what I wanted to ask is, what do you do now? Because two years from now is his fifth year. Do you pay Tua now or suffer?
You do not. You do not pay Tua now. You wait for Tua to go off this year.
Now, if you wait for Tua to go off, that's 45 to 50 million.
The market's going to dictate that for a valuable, good starting quarterback.
He won't get that for
you
1
could give
year.
him 30 million
He
now,
won't get that
and
for 1 good
in
year.
his sixth year. You could give him 30 in his sixth year now.
Not going to happen, bro. Let him.
And they can franchise tag him. They got.
There's a million things they can do. You do not pay him now. Let him play this year. After
Let him
this
ball
year,
out, and he won't.
if he
50
balls
million,
out this year and we win a playoff game, I'm gonna say
Then we can't pay Waddle. We can't pay Christian.
Yes, we
Then we can't pay Christian and Waddle.
You do. So here's what's going to happen over the next 2 to 3 years. The value of the salary cap is going to go up tremendously for two reasons. Number one, the market's going to dictate that. Actually, three reasons. Number two, because it has every year. And number three, this new deal with the TV, this new TV deal, it's going to bring in more revenue for this league.
They've been saying that for 10 years.
Go up. I'm telling you, it's going to go up tremendously in the next 2 to 3 years.
Okay, so what I'm saying, it's just not that absolute. I think you lose Christian having value to pay him. You lose value having to pay Waddle if you wait on Tua.
Hold on, Sharif, hold up, bud. When you look at let's look at comparable good reputable teams that win on a year in year out basis. Let's talk about the Patriots for a minute, okay? Cheatriots, whatever you want to call them. What do the Patriots do when a player comes up for contract? Do they pay them what the market dictates or what they want to pay them?
Hell no.
But Flores is
Terrence, you got kicked off again? I'm sorry, Sheriff Sharif. I love you, brother.
For bag of popcorn.
2 days in a row.
Terrence must have just got his tax return.
Hey, maybe. He probably did, man. You know it's Thursday. He probably get paid
Said
Thursday.
you can't even trade to him for a bag of popcorn. Are you crazy, Sharif?
Hey, he's not
I love
lying,
you, Sharif.
He's not lying.
Oh my goodness. All right. Now, Sharif, you could pay to get back on. And
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, but to answer, what was the question that I at least want to try to answer that question, right?
I don't even know.
Where I was saying something about if you look at what was I saying? I need to go back to it. I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I don't know.
See,
Thank
told
you
you we
guys
don't
for
know.
paying attention.
I'm sorry.
Thank you guys so much for paying attention to the show. Um,
Aren't we talking about paying Tua and
we're
the
talking about
salary
paying
cap and
Tua.
stuff?
Yeah.
But he's not even. It's not necessary.
No, I was talking about the
I
Patriots. I was
wouldn't
talking about the
pay.
Patriots. All right. So do the Patriots pay their players when they come up when it's time to negotiate their salary? Do they pay them what the market dictates, or do they pay them what they believe they should be paid based on the system that New England has?
They definitely weigh their options. They see what they can get for those players.
How many? With the exception,
lately they've been paying.
The last year
They've only paid Gilmore from what I
But if you
remember.
take 20 plus
And
years
being
of
traded.
Parcells of Belichick running that team, if you come up and you demand for the highest contract, or you want, top in the, he trades you. He gets you out of there. And why is that? Because he's a good talent evaluator, because he's brought in the right people. Now, I don't believe he's hit the last 2 or 3 years as much as he did the first 20. And I think that's part of the problem with where they're at right now. He's missed on some. He's whiffed on some picks. But with that being said, that's a majority of how they run their franchise, right? So the goal here is Christian Wilkins, all these guys, is that we start replacing them through the draft over the next 5 years. We start bringing in young guys and we start developing them.
Whoa. We ain't gonna replace Big Wilk, dog.
No,
what's up with you?
You're missing.
Well,
I just
not
use him as an
replacing Phillips
example. I
either.
don't mean him per se, right? Like I believe that the Dolphins are going to pay their people what they're worth and what the market dictates, but you're not going to be able to keep everybody. So the hope and goal is that you start bringing in people that can replace these guys that are still going to be very good.
I ain't gonna lie. We're not good at replacing our talent.
We're not.
We were trying to replace Xavier Howard with Noah Igbenogany.
We do not.
We're trying to replace with Gesicki with Hunter Long. Did y'all see him in the preseason? It was not looking good.
I got you.
We're doing bad at this.
All right. What I am telling you that good football teams do is they not only win now, but they prepare for the future. And how you do that is bringing in guys. Yes, we have missed on some picks. 100%. We've also hit on some too. So yes, these guys will be up for contract in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But hopefully in that time, we've also drafted some other really good people.
So would you guys, if you could redo the draft, would you still take Tua?
No.
And it's okay to say no.
Not at number 5.
I'm not.
I respect that.
I am absolutely losing my mind.
So here's the thing, Roach.
Hold on, Travis, hold on 1 second. I just want to say thank you for Terrence. You are the real MVP for getting that nonsense off for the day. What are you talking about paying Tua? For what? What are we talking? What are we doing? Why is that even an option? Why is that even a topic of conversation? Why was that even brought up?
I don't know.
I'm literally driving through traffic, losing my damn mind, screaming at people, screaming out loud for no reason.
Von Joe, a question was posed and we just answered the question.
Why is that a question, Andre?
I don't know.
Why is that even a question?
I'm here to entertain all the
foolishness. A possibility. That's not even logical sense. Hey, and lose Christian Wilkins. We're gonna lose Christian Wilkins possibly. We can't pay Walt. What?
But well, he talked about mid-season. I don't think that's happening. If Tua does ball out this season, it's gonna be a conversation.
Then you pay the man, or you say, listen. No, with these weapons is why you balled out, and to keep these weapons that you like so much, you better take the Tom Brady route. I suggest you do, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. If we fail like this. And if Tua, some part, I've been listening to all the arguments, right? And all your arguments all concluded to one thing for me, that we have 3 backup quarterbacks on our roster.
I said that.
Oh, wow. That's a good point.
At the end of the day, we should have sat there and got Lamar Jackson, or at best, you know what? Give me Jimmy G for a year. There, I said it. That needed to be said.
Hey, I like it. Where's that applause button?
Preach, preacher. Let's go.
Yeah.
Keep preaching out here.
I think Roach was better with his Aaron Rodgers take. I don't want no Jimmy G.
Roach was definitely better with his Aaron Rodgers.
You want Aaron, but my Aaron Rodgers was the same thing that Steven did with Wilkins. He didn't actually mean like.
Well, there's no.
You know what I mean?
Everything is so
I know you
complicated.
didn't mean it literally. It was just so off the deep end.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question though.
Okay.
Would y'all take Baker Mayfield?
I'm sorry, I was getting yelled at by my wife.
Yes, I would.
Time out. No,
Over
put it,
two.
put it into context.
Whoa.
Over
No,
two. Would you
we're
take
not doing
Baker
that.
Mayfield?
If y'all want to say
Wait,
Tua
what? Who?
only looks better because
Over.
of these weapons, what the heck is Baker Mayfield?
No. So I would take.
We are not going down that
So here's my
Laker for
road.
life. We are not going anywhere down that
If
road.
it was
We are not
Baker-
doing
They
that.
asked that question.
No,
If
sir.
it was Baker
we're not doing that
over
for sure.
Teddy, yes, for number
Okay.
2,
Okay.
and then keep Skyler as a third, I would do
Okay,
that.
bro. Let me ask you a question. Okay, look. So look, what if we did do that, right? For
Mhm.
Teddy, right? Let's say that Baker was 2. You know what I'm saying? And Tua was
Is
1,
Baker
right?
good enough backup for Steven? Is that too much pressure on Tua?
We bringing Baker to be a backup? What are we playing the wackiest game of
Is that too much pressure?
wackiest fantasy
Bro, we
football
have to,
game
'cause
today?
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Andre.
You have to be careful what you put behind them. You don't want to stress the kid out. You know.
This game that you guys try and play with quarterback roulette is weird.
It is. It is. All right, Roach, Lakers all day. Say it with me now. All right, you ready? Repeat after me. Tua is our starting quarterback. Say it.
Nobody's debating that.
Say it.
We're not.
Well,
We're talking about backups.
We're talking about backups right now.
Did we not just say for Teddy? And did I not just make a joke that, hey, you have to be careful who you put behind Tua because people are going to get stressed out? Did that not come out of my
at this
mouth?
point, let's go find Jamarcus Russell. What is he doing with his life?
Man, really?
He's probably on his
What is
fifth Big
Jamarcus
Mac.
Russell doing with his life?
He did
right
have a good interview on the Pivot. You should watch that episode.
Can we go get RG3 back, please? Can we go get RG3 back? Like,
RG3 is too busy.
Just imagine if Drew
being a
Brees
commentator and
if
running
Drew
40
Brees
yard
just would have
dashes for
came
no
to
reason.
Miami, we would not be having this conversation. We'd be looking at a draft right now. Like, who are we going to
Yes,
draft?
we will, because at the end of the day, Drew Brees retired like what, a year ago? 2
Yeah,
years
but
ago?
who's to say he would have stayed? He could have stayed longer, possibly in Miami.
Drew Brees, I'm gonna just come out and say he wasn't looking like Drew Brees the last couple seasons.
His last year? Yeah. I know. I'll say his last year. You can see he started to taper off. That's why he retired.
Let me ask you a question then, fellas. Why do we always have to play? Why do we have this game about Tua?
Because we're tired of the division about Tua, man. We're tired
Because
that you
he
can't
is-
critique.
There's
You can't
nothing wrong
critique
with
him.
that.
So
But
if
you know
Tua
how
wasn't
you
on
get
this
rid-
team,
you know how you get rid of the division?
you get rid of Tua.
Freaking talking
No,
about
he has
that
to. No,
BS.
no. Tua can only end
So-
this by going out and balling.
Or that.
Winning, and what did I say at the beginning of the show? I
Winning.
said the
That's
only
the
way
only
it can
way.
end is if he goes out and wins football games.
Listen,
in the
we
regular
won't have an answer till September 11th, so I
But
guess
this
we're just going to
mediocre-
keep
So,
playing.
Steven, why? The question you need to be
mediocre
asking
play
is,
that we've been getting,
why is he
this
so
mediocre play?
divisive? Why are people so divided on him?
Because he was a high pick and he
was a
hasn't
high
delivered
pick,
yet.
and
I
he
will
hasn't-
say that.
and we haven't
I will
made the
admit
playoffs.
that.
And if he's tearing apart your fan base like this,
Is he
Is he-
tearing apart our fan base?
Yes,
He's not
he's
tearing
tearing-
apart the fan
Yes,
base.
he
The
is.
fan base is tearing apart the fan
Thank
base.
you. Yes,
The fan base
exactly
is
what
to the fan
Andreas
base. The
said.
thing
So-
is,
We
there
do it
was
to ourselves.
there was a influx of Alabama people that infiltrated our fan base.
I'm still waiting
So-
for evidence of
so
this.
you
y'all
don't
keep
think-
saying like who?
Come on,
Y'all need to
Davis,
start
you know
saying
it's
names
true.
at this point.
You
Start
know
saying names
it's
at this point.
true.
Who is it?
You
Who are
heard
these
me say I'm
people?
here for
I don't know
Tua.
who the people
Stop
are, man.
that.
I'm trying to understand.
Who are these people?
I don't know.
They
I'm
are
trying
them.
to-
it's a cult, man. It's a
Where?
real cult.
Where is this called at? Where?
I just want to know where.
And it's infiltrated our team
You know what you're saying right
on
now?
social
Who's the
media.
Illuminati?
Andreas said,
Guess
I
what?
just
We
wanna
know the
see it.
Illuminati exists, but we just don't know who they are.
Yep.
See, we're not
They're
gonna talk
rubbing
about
his
that.
feet
That's
at
true.
night, man. It's weird. And I don't know what to tell you, man, but we got a cult in our, and some of y'all are in the cult.
Listen,
but you
I've been
contribute
accused
to
of
the
being a
cult,
part of
and-
this
and
cult. I can show you pictures
not
of
in
me
the
when I
cult.
was like 9 with Dolphins jerseys.
You're not in the
Tua
cult,
was
man.
like 1.
No, they're pulling people that have been Dolphin fans into the cult. You know, and some of them don't
Like
even know
Alex.
they're in. You don't know
Alex
you're
got
in.
pulled into the cult. I feel sorry
Yep.
for Alex. He
Until
got pulled
Tua
into the
starts
cult.
tickling your feet, you won't know you're in. But once he starts tickling your
that's why I
feet, you're
take
gonna
it easy
you're gonna
on
be
him.
like, man.
Rose,
Tua
that's why I
hides
take
under my
it easy
bed
on
at night and
Alex,
tickles my
because
feet.
Alex got infiltrated and got pulled into the cult. Alex got pulled into the cult, so
He got pulled in early. He was
like
on their
he's
way
like-
to
he's
the
like I
on the way to
think
the
Alex
compound.
like
They found him at
the Hunger
7-Eleven.
Games.
Huh?
The Hunger Games.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
I
got kicked
feel
out of
like
the Hunger Games. For some reason, he got volunteered into 2-9.
yeah, I feel like
Okay, so
people
somebody
love.
said a name in the chat. Who's T Rich? Who's T Rich? Who's that?
Oh, that.
Do we know
Oh,
him?
T Rich be on TD's channel. He is definitely. Hey, I'm just
Actually,
here for
he even said he's not a
Alabama
Dolphin
person.
fan. Yeah, he said he's not a Dolphin fan.
Terrence said Andrevius was in the Colt.
Well, here's the thing. If
Hey,
he
man,
if he
we're here for
literally
you.
admits he's not a Dolphins fan, he's just a Tua fan, can you say he's a Tua near? He's not rooting for the Dolphins.
There's nothing wrong with just being a Tua fan.
But it's the same thing as the
I will say this one thing that I wanted to bring up, or I said this on the show the other day. I said, isn't 90% of our fan base Dolphin fans because of Dan Marino?
No.
So what's wrong with being
No,
I don't think so.
I don't agree with you when you say that.
Because most Dolphin fans, their parents were Dolphin fans.
Yeah, I was born
in
into
my
this.
case, my godfather was a Dolphin fan. That's how I got
my
in.
dad, all right, time out. Let's get something straight. My dad was a Dolphins fan. I was a Dolphins fan because of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I fell in love with this team because of Dan Marino.
I fell in love with this
but
team because of Ricky Williams.
But hold on. But again, Steven, that contradicts what you're saying because again, you were a fan already, but you fell in love with the team because of Dan Marino.
You
So
bought
was already
in.
a fan.
You bought in because of Dan Marino.
Well,
you were wearing it, but then you bought in.
There was just something about his, like, I was a kid. It's what I hope Tua can become for my kids.
Right.
Because my daughter has a Tua jersey, and I'm like, who's the greatest football player? Tua Tagovailoa. And it's the cutest thing in the world, and I just hope it's true one day.
Yeah.
And
You're horrible, Steven, for doing that to your child, man.
I know CPS.
I mean, he was horrible for making them Dolphins
I-
fans to begin with.
I am definitely calling CPS on you.
You know, I live up here in Raven country, and so when my kids
we
are out
definitely
wearing
need to call the
Dolphins
people on
stuff,
you.
Trust me, they try to. They try.
Listen, there were years
calling the people
in
on
high
you, Steven.
school where I thought about calling CPS on my parents because I was such a miserable Dolphins fan. Like I was so tired of being in pain, and it was all because of them.
All I know is here in Jacksonville, I don't see people like this about Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Well,
and I'm around Jaguar fans.
He was awful last year.
And
it's not really. The last couple games he played well. He played well the last couple games.
I don't care about a couple games. I care about the season.
But he was a rookie.
He was
You
awful.
gotta understand, he's a rookie with a bad.
But the fact that people literally attack people for talking bad about Tua.
Yeah.
That's what's scary.
Hey, Roach, do you know what it is, though? It's because...
And that's why I do it so often. It's not really that... Like, when I say stuff, I'm like 60, 70% serious, but the over-exaggeration, that's just to poke them because I think it's ridiculous that they threaten people and do what they do to people who talk bad about Tua.
But I feel like these Tua fans, they came around when when Tua threw that national championship bomb. You know what I'm saying?
That's great. Yeah, it's fine. But
like,
I ain't gonna lie, I became a Tua fan after that too, and I was like, and then that
I did not touch Andrevius kicked his own cell phone.
All I know is
Q, what's up, Q?
If
I
it
became
wasn't
a Dolphin fan because of Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. And I love those. I mean, that team I further fell in love with the Dolphins because of those guys, right? Like my dad got me, hey, look, you're a Dolphins fan. And then Dan Marino obviously pulled me in. And then what really got me going was Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Adwale Agunleye, Brock Marion, Patrick Surtain, Sam Madison. The list goes on and on, all the way to Ricky and Ronnie.
You even can say Troy Vincent. You can even say
Richmond Webb, OJ
McDuffie, Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar. Because I always
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, John Avery.
Steven, I'll be back. I'm about to hit the road, so I'll be back.
What about Irving Fryer?
Irving was.
I like Irving Fryer.
No, I'm not saying I didn't like him. I don't remember a lot of
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I do not remember that, but I just love that name when he played for us.
He changed his name. I forgot his
name. He did.
Wait, who changed his name?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That wasn't his name.
Really?
I mean, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar we know for being Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's not his original name either.
Lou Alcindor.
Lou Alcindor.
So when I see him in first grade, but that wasn't really his name.
Wow. Nah.
No, I remember it being a thing. Like Kareem.
No,
was trying to sue
he
the
legit
guy
changed his name.
Yeah, he changed his name.
Yeah, that's his name.
You know, Rob Conrad, Lusaka Polite.
Rob Conrad.
Lusaka Polite. Oh,
they
I love the
misused
Lusaka Polite years.
Mr. Third down himself, third and short himself.
3rd and 2.
Brian
Lusaka
Cox.
gonna get it
All day,
for you,
bro. Hey,
Brian
3rd and
Cox
2,
was a
just
beast linebacker.
just give it to
People don't know.
Lusaka.
He was
First
a
down
beast.
all day.
Brian
I've never
Cox
been more confident about 3rd and short.
Brian
in my
Cox
life.
was a
anything 3rd and short, Lusaka got it. Lusaka's got it, my guy. All day.
Were you guys not scared for anybody who tried to block Brian Cox? Like
Brian
that he would
Cox
just like
was a
bite
beast,
a chunk out of their neck and just keep going and not care?
But that was
Like-
a different style of linebacker back in it. They don't have linebackers like that, man. Like
no,
now.
they don't.
I don't know that kid I've been watching on Hard Knocks. He was like a 6th round pick and he's just destroying people.
Yeah,
Number
well,
44 on Hard Knocks. I forgot his name.
We'll see when
Rodrigo.
regular season
Rodrigo.
comes. When we come
Junior
towards regular
Seau, somebody
season
wrote.
comes.
Joey Porter even played for us
Yeah.
for a while too. I have a
Yeah.
Joey Porter jersey in my closet.
Oh, that Joey Porter year.
I had him on my ultimate team.
I had
man.
season tickets that first Joey Porter year. We went to the playoffs and then got destroyed by, I think it was the Steelers. That was
Yeah,
2008.
That was because we had a quarterback in the arm, but everybody said he was the best quarterback since Dan Marino.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of like players that I like fell in love with that I absolutely loved. Man, who else was there? I mean, that's some of the problem. Like now, I've said a lot of the names. What's his face? Randy McMichael. Loved Randy McMichael.
Yeah.
Aranda
Gaston.
Aranda Gatson. Yes.
Richmond Webb.
OJ McDuffie.
I already said OJ, and I already
Did
said
you
Rich.
Chris Chambers.
You did?
Chris Chambers.
Chris Chambers. Yep. Chris Chambers made a one-handed catch. I think it was against Oakland.
Ted
And
Ginn Jr.
I'd never seen it. It was the wildest
Listen,
catch I had ever seen.
That
He wasn't
one season
looking.
Chris Chambers went to the Pro Bowl, you couldn't tell me we didn't have the best receiver in the league.
I know.
was like-
I know. Chris Carter was a Miami Dolphin for 8 games. Yes, he was.
But he was
I
just
remember
there the mentor.
I
He
really
was trying
thought.
to win a Super Bowl ring.
Did you all
and
think
he
Ted
didn't
Ginn
go
Jr.
nowhere
was
that
going to
year.
be the guy? I thought he was.
No, I was
Hell
pissed
no.
when
I
we
thought
drafted
too.
him.
I
was
thought he
I did
pissed
not
when we
want it.
drafted him.
I thought he was going to be the dude.
I didn't know what to think. I just know I thought he was good, and then he got drafted, and a lot of people were mad. So I was like, "Is he not good?" I'm so confused.
I wanted Brady Quinn so bad that
But
year.
I'm
and I would have been
no,
so
no,
And we're supposed to trust your opinion now?
Brady Quinn,
Wait, why,
please,
Steven?
Brady Quinn.
And we're supposed to trust you now?
I'm just saying, hey,
Man.
Why did you
Brady
want
Quinn was that guy in college. He was that
he
guy.
was. I thought for sure he was going to be a long tenured quarterback in the
Did
NFL.
you want Johnny Manziel?
No, I didn't want Johnny.
I
Football.
didn't like him either.
There's a couple of quarterbacks.
I wanted
that
Matt Ryan when we took Jake
Matt
Long.
Ryan,
I will say
yep.
that. I wanted Matt Ryan.
I wanted Matt Ryan.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I thought John Beck was gonna be that dude too.
And I was actually
BYU.
right about
Yep.
Matt Ryan. I was like, I don't think he's ever going to be this super great world beater, but he'll be good enough for us to
He'll
win.
give you a chance to win a Super Bowl. Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
look
I
at
was
us
like,
now
he'll be good
bonding
enough for
over
us
our
to win
history.
for a long time.
Greg
See?
Camarillo was amazing.
Greg
See?
Camarillo is like the most
Greg
important
Camarillo,
player
that
in my
man-
time as a
That
Dolphins
man
fan.
drinks for free in Miami, as far as I'm concerned, for the rest of his life. He gets free drinks in Miami for the rest of his life.
I
Because if
will
it wasn't
bow
for
down
Greg
to that man
Camarillo,
and kiss his feet.
if that man, I don't know, pause. It's Greg
There ain't no
Camarillo.
pause. I'm not pausing nothing. I said what I said. Him and Cleo Lemon.
Greg Camarillo and that 85-yard touchdown to this day is the greatest thing that ever happened to the Miami.
Y'all better put some respect on Cleo Lemon name. Somebody had to
Cleo
throw
Lemon,
him the
get
ball.
out of here with Cleo Lemon, bro.
He threw him the ball. I mean, get out of here with Greg Camarillo. What are we doing?
Man, Greg Camarillo's that guy, son. If he hadn't caught that pass, oh my goodness.
Did
Brian
McDaniel do
Hartline.
a press conference today or no?
No.
No.
Ray Lucas is Tua. Scott Jackson said,
The fact that Brian Hartline was our wide receiver 1 for a couple seasons, that's how down bad we were.
But can I say something to you guys?
Yeah.
In Ryan Tannehill's first 2 years, just like
oh, snap. Big news coming out of the
Oh, go ahead.
NFL, guys. Not Dolphins related.
What is it?
What's going on?
They're reporting that Deshaun Watson is going to be suspended for 2 years by the NFL.
Trade Teddy to Cleveland. Trade Teddy to Cleveland right now.
That is big.
That's bad.
That's not what.
That's not bad. Official yet. They did say that there will be the league's going to announce something today, and there are some people saying it's 2 years.
Isn't that weird that they hired this woman to lead this judge, right, and make a decision so that way they're not biased towards him, right?
I mean, look,
and then they don't like his decision, so then they're like, yeah, well, we didn't like what you did, so now we're going to do this.
If that is anywhere near true, that's going to be wild.
There's no way he doesn't appeal that and try to fight it. Because it makes it seem more biased than it is, doesn't it?
I hear you, Roach, but nobody's ever won an appeal.
Yeah,
you never know.
Because why would you pay this judge to make an unbiased decision and then say I don't like him, and now I'm going to suspend him for 2 years when you only asked her to suspend him for 1?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you're trying to I don't know. It just seems wrong.
Yeah, it does seem wrong
for something he wasn't even criminally charged with. No crimes.
I mean, look, I'm not getting into that, but it's crazy. If 2 years is what he's going to get.
They say that it's going to be announced today at some point. Yes. The official decision.
That's not right. They shouldn't do that because they're not going to do that. I'm not going to go there.
If they didn't do that to Ben Roethlisberger, why are they doing that to him?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. If you're going to hire a judge, I agree.
You should stick with what she said.
You know what? I'm not going to believe it till I see it. I'm not going to believe
it.
I
agree that it's unfair that Ben Roethlisberger didn't, get just punishment. But I think the NFL is trying to evolve in their punishment. You can't hold what they did in the past and for what they do now.
You want to see them change and get better, right?
Yes.
But isn't that what you want, Q? Isn't that why they brought a judge from the outside to come in and do this? Isn't that the and then they just said what you did doesn't matter.
Here's the thing, Roach. This is where I disagree. The NFL is trying to get better in their punishment. She said it was an egregious crime that should be punished, but according to how you usually punish this crime, that's what I'm going to do. And the NFL's like, well, no, we're trying to change that. Like, if you go read the report, she basically said this is one of the most disgusting things she's ever seen. But based on how y'all usually punish, 6 games seems appropriate.
But that's what judges do. That's how they.
I know. And the NFL, I think, is trying to change the way they operate. So
they made him. What I'm saying is they shouldn't have hired her to begin with.
Probably not, because she wanted to base it off of the precedent, and they don't want to base things off of the precedent.
That should have been part of the initial discussions with her. And
I agree, Roach. I absolutely agree.
Also, they picked the 4 worst. The worst.
You guys are wrong. All right, she would have threw the book at him, but there was nothing she could according to NFL rules. She said it. She said,
"Well, no, that's what we agree with that. Yeah, we agree with you."
Oh, okay.
But what we're saying is what I'm saying is if they hired her for that purpose, they need to ride with what she decides. You know what I mean? And then know in the future, then you make the change. Like, okay, we need to do it different this time.
Let me ask you guys this: if it comes down that it's 2 years, will this go down as the worst trade in NFL history because of this? Like, will Cleveland be stepped back?
Absolutely,
definitely because of this.
Hey, will I be happy we didn't sign him? Yes.
And he got all his money guaranteed too. I don't think there's any caveat that says, "Hey, if they suspend."
No, if you're suspended, you don't get your money.
Can he go play with the XFL?
I think he said all his money's guaranteed. I think he put that in
guarantee. A guarantee in a contract is there's still a morality clause, and if you're suspended for morality reasons, they don't have to pay you.
So they've
already established that if he gets suspended this year, he's forfeiting his income for the year. That's why they only gave him $1 million for this season, because they thought he would get suspended for this season.
So can he go play somewhere else if he's not getting paid?
They thought they were slick, is what it was.
Yes. I don't know, Roach. That is an interesting question. Can he go play for like the XFL or the CFL? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, and like keep playing football, keep in shape. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll say the XFL no, because XFL and NFL have an agreement together. But I could totally see a world where he goes to the CFL.
CFL
or
USFL?
I think he can go to the XFL if he's not
the
in
XFL
the NFL.
Has an agreement.
I get what you're saying.
They have an agreement, so I could totally see them saying don't.
But you got the USFL too.
Yeah, that's true. But man, it's
unfortunate.
Insane.
He's about to be Johnny Manziel.
Oh,
I'm on Twitter right now, and I know you guys. really get tired of hearing about this game, but I'm watching highlights of Tua in the Cardinals game, and my God, I thought we had our quarterback. I was 100% convinced that this is the guy.
Really?
Oh my God!
I mean,
I was like, my misery is finally over.
He did make a bunch of nobodies look. Well, I ain't gonna say nobodies. Jaceki came a lot. That was the first time I seen Jaceki.
I feel like the
Jaceki.
final box score
Preston was
didn't look that
beautiful.
amazing, but what do we always say? The eye test. The eye test on that game, I was like, oh my God. Oh, I got a Miami Dolphins boner right now. I love this kid.
You want to know what's crazy? Wasn't that the only game where he ran a pro style offense? Because whoever our offensive coordinator was out.
Chan Gailey.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. And then the guy who coached that game, who called the plays that game, became our offensive coordinator the next year, but ran Chan Gailey's system.
All right. Dov Kleeman says Deshaun Watson has been suspended for 11 games and has been fined $5 million. That's totally different than 2 years. Totally different than 2 years.
I still think that's a big Cleveland Browns L, but okay.
That's terrible.
Better than 2 seasons.
That's not right.
11 games.
I think the reason that they're saying that is because the rumor was circulating 2 years, and I think because I saw multiple tweets saying 2 years.
Hey, that's part of propaganda. You tell them the worst, and then you send it a little bit below that, and you're like, hey, see, it's not that bad.
It's not 2 years.
Let's see if he fights it.
No, he'd be stupid to fight it. But that means we don't play him this year.
But they can't fight.
I thought we played him week 12.
They're trying to hold the owners.
Aaron Wilson tweeted that basically the settlement was negotiated by the NFL and NFLPA. There will be no there will be no appeal. If the NFLPA negotiated it, there's going to be no appeal.
How much does Stephen Ross get fined?
Gotcha.
Watson will also undergo a
$3
treatment
million,
program.
I think.
So Watson got paid more than
will return versus the Houston Texans in week 12.
They slick.
So Watson's paying more of a fine than Stephen Ross.
This is what was said. This is what they said they should have done. He should go to he should get treatment, and if he had, because it took him forever to apologize, but he finally apologized like a week ago. But they said if he doesn't show sincere remorse, that he needs to stay suspended for another year until he comes to terms of what he's done. That would have been good.
I don't know.
So just so you know, the Dolphins will play Jacoby Brissett against the Cleveland Browns week 10.
Jacoby Brissett revenge game. Revenge game. Jacoby Brissett revenge game.
Good morning, guys.
That's 14 wins. We going to the playoffs.
Now Jacoby can really say, I'm a number one quarterback. I'm not a backup.
Wait, Steven, I just
is he a number one? He didn't.
Good morning,
play
guys. I just woke up. Steven, what happened? Watson got suspended more games now?
11. The NFLPA and the NFL came to an agreement, a settlement of 11 games and $5 million, and Deshaun also has to go to a treatment program. That is what it is.
That's
he
fair.
Needs to be like,
actually, that's better. That's
he
better
needs to
than
be in a treatment ward where he's locked up for those 11 weeks in this thing, having meetings.
Andrevius, did you just tweet Jacoby Brissett revenge game, bro?
What? Huh? My account got hacked, guys. My account got hacked.
God.
The Jacoby Brissett revenge tour.
Hey, you know what game I'm excited for?
Didn't they get another
NCAA football 24?
When is
I
that
want
coming
to
out?
see Josh Rosen.
2024.
I thought it was 20.
Hey, we could see Josh Rosen in that game.
Well, it'll come out in 2023.
2023 will be 2024. It's the
The revenge of the Dolphins quarterbacks. There you go.
Are you getting it, Roach?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Last one I played.
But let me ask you a question. How smart do the Dolphins look now about that? With not pursuing Brissett. Not pursuing Watson.
Some people would still take Watson in that suspension and that year off. They sure would.
I'm not going to say any names, but some people told me they don't care if he gets suspended a whole other season. They'll still take him.
Say his name. I know some too.
I would.
Is he getting paid for that year?
I would
or no?
take him too.
That's the question.
Deshaun. I would take him.
Y'all would. Y'all crazy?
$5 million fine.
$5 million fine.
Y'all think coming off of pretty much 2 years of no playing, he ain't gonna have terrible rest for at least. Never mind.
Wait. Say we did trade for Deshaun Watson. Y'all still know his number 2 receiver would be Matt Collins?
Let's just get something straight. We're not starting this narrative. Okay, that's not going to happen. So end that.
It's not going to happen. Yeah. We wouldn't have.
His trade value might be pretty good right now.
We wouldn't have the team we have today if we traded for Deshaun Watson. We wouldn't have no picks. We wouldn't have no reach.
Well, Rashad, it might be a lower trade value now.
Now, but I'm saying if we would have traded back then when they wanted 4 first-round picks, we would have had nothing.
Cleveland's not going to want to trade Watson, even regardless of the.
Hey, do you want to hear something else that's wild? So this is again not Dolphins related. Very interesting. The Houston Texans and 50 Cent have announced a multi-year partnership, making his brand, his Branson Cognac and Le Chemin de Rose Champagne, the team's official cognac and champagne.
Okay, 50.
What?
I can rock with that.
What?
I don't.
What's wrong with that?
The team has official cognac and champagne. That's pretty interesting.
There's team beer. There's all kinds of stuff.
That's
right.
wild.
Dolphins got a beer.
Yeah, we got a beer.
Official cognac and champagne. Can't have no other cognac. Can't have no other champagne there except.
I think the NFL needs to stop with this double jeopardy stuff with punishing players, though.
Hey, Lakers all day. What do you think about the LeBron extension?
I like it, but
Love it.
We have to go get Kyrie Irving. I don't care about nothing else but.
Wait, what LeBron do?
LeBron just signed a 2-year extension, $97 million. That's
I
crazy.
like it, but we just gotta go Kyrie Irving, bro. Like that's it.
We don't have
he ain't no Jordan, so it's not that big.
Nah, we have to.
Long as we get rid of Westbrook, we'll be good.
Let
LeBron play point guard. That's all I want.
So
I don't know why he's making it so
He's gonna
hard.
be tied in the fourth quarter, though.
I don't give a damn.
What you mean?
Yes.
Oh my
He's
God.
He's the best player in the NBA. He's the best player with the ball in his hands.
So
he
when the
needs
ball
in his hands at
Okay,
all.
cool.
He needs to be the main decision maker, head
That's
coach,
why we need Kyrie.
GM. No.
Whoa,
I'll take Kyrie. Yes,
Lakers
but
all day. I'm sorry to
it's
tell
not
you about your
detrimental.
team,
Go ahead,
but
man.
no, that is not why you need. I do think you need Kyrie, but that's not why. Like
that's
you
not
want
why.
him-
Yeah.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, good
That
morning.
is why.
Sorry, I actually got a
Whoa,
big
Mark.
meeting, that I had to.
You can give me Buddy Hield all day.
Home
Bye,
today.
bye, Westbrook.
So what's
Go
going
ahead,
on
Mark.
in Dolphin training camp? Did they any announcements on who's starting on Saturday? Or the starters
2
gonna
through
play?
8 picks today.
Two through
my
a million
God.
picks today. Skyler's quarterback number 1 of the future. Jacoby Brissett's going to have a revenge game against us come week 10.
Noah's sitting Byron Jones.
Yeah, that's what we've come to find out today.
So we don't know what starters are playing on. We don't know if the offense is going to play on.
No, so
we don't
all
know.
all indications are they won't know till about 90 minutes before the game. My guess is everybody will play Saturday. At least
Yeah,
one
I
or
was
two
going. I
series.
saw the Bills. I got a Bills hit, and they said they're going to play the starters a healthy amount.
I feel like starters should play.
So many.
I think it'll be
because of
3
the-
series for the Dolphins.
I
So
feel like
that
I
could-
gotta
that could
go
be
to
the
this Browns
first
game
quarter.
now. The Browns game is at home, right?
Yeah.
Browns
Yeah.
game is at home.
Yeah, I just saw
Oh.
the announcements. The announcements are going to come today, and they're thinking it's going to be like 12 games.
It's
And
already been released. It's already we just released it. 11 games, $5 million, and he has to go to a treatment center.
11 games. Okay,
What does this treatment center do?
I don't
Like,
know.
does the treatment center have to clear him, or does he just have to show up and sign in? Like, that's very confusing.
Andrew
Adam Schefter is just tweeting. This is his. NFL and NFLPA reached an agreement on an 11-game suspension for Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. The settlement also includes $5 million that will go to charity, and the deal is not signed as of this moment, but it is agreed to. So that's interesting. The deal. I guess there was a deal that's interesting.
I didn't know this was a
That's what
deal
happens in
situation.
negotiations, Steven. You make a
I
deal.
mean, I understand that. Deshaun Watson. All right, Aaron Wilson saying mandatory counseling in settlement
okay.
negotiated by the NFL and NFLPA and personal conduct policy disciplinary matter. So he has to go to mandatory counseling.
For those 11 days?
These are things that I want to know. Like, do we extend the suspension? Like, failure to comply has to be a part of this.
Nikki Smokes just tweeted. He says, "I'll take a Week 10 free win for 500, please." We were winning anyway.
But can we stop the running game? We're still going to have a good running. The team is still solid, even though percent trash.
We're gonna have the best.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Browns. The Browns have a solid team.
No, I'm saying we gonna have the best run stopping defense. You feel me?
And the inside, yes, they play
inside.
inside.
I wonder if I should draft Nick Chubb now with my first pick.
You should.
I don't know. Teams are gonna. You know, I don't believe teams are gonna.
I don't know if I should now.
Don't do it. Don't. Because Jacoby's the quarterback. They're going to put all 11 players in the box.
Jacoby's not the running
back. The last 2 years,
they're going to put 11 people in the box.
I have drafted Nick Chubb the last 2 years in fantasy.
Is Josh Rosen in Cleveland?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's back in the
revenge of the Dolphins.
It's a Jacoby Josh Rosen revenge game, baby. They're gonna split the duties.
Oh, what if he tears it up, man? What are you gonna say?
That's what I'm thinking.
Listen. I'm already ahead of the curve by saying it's a revenge game.
Better not happen. I will.
Hey,
I
speaking
seen
of
some
the
beautiful
Dolphins,
passes from Josh
did you guys
Rosen.
see?
I won't lie.
Did you guys see who was on DolphinsTalk.com last night?
Ruth Polinsky. Yes, we are. You missed the entire show.
Yeah.
You are.
Who's that guy?
Go back and listen to the show.
You missed it. Me and Steven got in a heated argument.
20 minutes ago, man.
And you come in, we finally passed it. We finally licked our wounds, and now you're trying to open them back
Trying to
up.
bring us back.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Steven. I will not bring us back.
Who's Ruth Polinsky?
I would say this, but
I don't know who that is.
NBC.
She's part of the local news crew here.
I would.
The female? Oh, yeah.
I would say this, that she did say something about that really is interesting because she said something about the fourth quarter, how Tua doesn't show up in the fourth quarter,
which is a lie. Which is a lie.
Yeah, that is.
I'm not going to bring it back, but I'm going to bring it back.
Thank you, Alex. You just said you weren't going to bring it back. Now we're going to get it started all over again.
Well, I think she knows what she's talking about. I mean,
she was
right. No, I'm not.
She was one of the best quarterbacks ever.
I'm not discrediting her.
What are you saying, Alex? Are you saying because she's Alex? Are you saying because she's a female she don't know? Is that what you're saying?
No, Roach, I'm not discrediting her, bro. Come on,
I'm just messing with you.
Come on, man.
Hey, Darren Rovell just tweeted. I like Darren Rovell, by the way. He's the money guy with sports. He said the $5.63 million in money that Deshaun Watson will have in fines and salary represents 2.4% of the money guaranteed to him by the Cleveland Browns. 2%. This equates to fining the average American worker $1,248. So is a $5 million fine worth everything that he's done so far when the average American worker is only
well, yeah,
that's interesting.
He didn't get guilty. He's not even guilty of anything. So it's double. I don't get why the NFL has this ability to be double jeopardy and to put players that are found not liable to even have a charge put on them.
Yeah,
and the NFL can come out and be like, yeah,
Roethlisberger did the same thing, man. Roethlisberger did the same thing, and he never got anything.
Yeah, but we can't. Well, we supposed to go back in time and fix mistakes.
Time out. I like what Andrevius said. Andrevius says the NFL is trying to evolve and they're trying to get better and they're trying to move past this. So what he doesn't, and I agree with it. Let's not hold them accountable for bad decisions they made in the past. The question is this a good? Is this good what they're doing here? And I
think it's civil, and I think if it's civil, you should butt out. Unless it's criminal. And then if the courts pass judgment, that should be it.
But the personal conduct, fine. And that I don't have a problem with. Because he has not conducted himself in a manner that represents the NFL in a good way.
Why is Skip Bayless trending?
Hey, quick question. What What was the line in the Browns Dolphins game? What was the line in that game?
I have no idea.
It probably wasn't on the board because nobody knew what the status of Watson was going to be.
Yeah.
But
I guarantee.
I'm looking at Cowherd show right now. He's got the Browns schedule up, and honestly, I see them like 2-8.
Yeah, they're not winning no games.
I guarantee.
Baker's gonna rake
You think they're going to throw him in?
Now here's what I will tell you. What I do
Dolphins
see
are gonna
happening.
be favored by 10.5 in that game.
I'm gonna make a hot take right now. Don't be surprised if Jimmy Garoppolo ends up in Cleveland. Don't be surprised.
Not happening.
Oh, I don't think so, Steven. I don't think so because
I won't be
it's not like Watson is gone for the year. Now, if Watson was suspended for the entire year,
but listen to me.
I would say yes.
So are they so let's state this now. Is Cleveland saying F this year? We're done. We're giving up on it.
I think so.
No.
I think so.
They would have to say that because Jacoby's not winning you football games. Just not going to happen.
Well, you got to look at it this way, Steven. They're not going to tank for draft picks because they're all gone. They're all gone to.
They've done it before.
I understand that.
They've done it before.
That's why. Here's what I would do if I was Cleveland.
They didn't get fined
either.
either.
Cleveland shoes. I would trade for Jimmy. I would let him play. Let him
He
go
costs
10-0.
too much.
10-0. I would let him play whatever he's going to play. And the upside is, if he plays well, you can trade him and regain some of your draft picks the following offseason.
I bet Baker Mayfield's laughing right now.
Well, you could. Well, it depends. I think the suspension passes the trade deadline. Matter of fact, I know it does. So they're not going to be able to trade him, and he's walking as a free
I never
agent
said to trade him this year. I said trade him in the offseason.
Hey, Houston just outsmarted Cleveland big time.
Trade him next year because he's a free agent.
Houston just absolutely fleeced Cleveland in this trade now.
Cleveland knew what they was getting themselves into.
Because if Houston finishes last in their own division, and Cleveland finishes last,
they got some
Houston's
good picks.
going to have a 2 top 5 picks.
Yep, you're correct.
Yeah, imagine that. Houston got two.
You know what though? I think Houston deserves to lose their draft pick. I think Houston deserves to lose their draft pick. They were giving out. Because they were giving out NDAs.
Hey, if we lose,
that's true. Yeah.
I forgot about that. You're right.
They deserve to lose draft picks. They deserve to lose draft picks.
Oh, wait. What? Yeah, is Deshaun Watson the only one getting fined in all of this?
Who needs to be fined and suspended?
When the
Tom
Dolphins
Brady. How come none of us are upset that Tom Brady's not suspended?
I said
we are upset, Roach. I just don't know what to do about it.
Did you not see what Antonio Brown? He got sent home for 14 days during the preseason.
He wasn't sent home. It was pre-planned vacation.
It was, but
he's probably getting HGH because his old butt can't. I stopped it. Can't bend over, and he needs that HGH to move. And guess what? You take your HGH. You got 14 days off. You come back. You get drug tested. You pass. Nobody knows.
If you guys look at everything that happened with the whole tampering thing, Tom Brady was not allowed to play us in the preseason. Was part of the whole tampering fines and stuff. I was like, how is that a suspension? I mean, how is that anything?
Yeah.
He was not allowed to play us during. When it was planned, he was going home anyway.
Can you imagine how awkward that conversation was between Brady and Tua at that practice? Be like, hey man, you tried to take my job, but it's cool.
No, but Tua's been really good about it. You know, he doesn't let it bother him, and that tells you exactly what kind of person he is. You know, he's not feeding into the media's BS. You know,
I wonder if the 49ers are going to go after like a Kareem Hunt if they trade Garoppolo, because the Browns.
No, they got Elijah Mitchell. They got Elijah Mitchell, Mark. They don't need no more running back.
So Cliff, the difference with Brady is Brady was an active participant in the tampering. If a team contacts an agent or a player to try to talk to them and the player blows them off, that's not being an active participant. That's why that player wouldn't get suspended. But if the player is a part of it and a part of tampering another head coach from another team to come over, he was involved in both, then he should be suspended.
So he did show up,
but he's not going to be because
he did show up. He did show up on that yacht with Ross.
He did talk to the head coach of the what's his name?
By the way,
Sean Payton.
That game he comes back is in Houston. It's not just against the Texans. It's in Houston, Texas.
They go get him.
That's crazy. Yeah, I like what Nando just tweeted out. Nando just tweeted. He said Deshaun Watson suspended, only increased to 11. Comeback game is in Houston. Yeah, the NFL doesn't care anything except for storylines.
They sure don't.
I agree with
who gets suspended for 11 games. Like, when has that ever happened?
I thought it was going to be 12 because I thought they wanted to avoid him being in Houston. They didn't want him to play. I thought it was going to be 12.
You know, this shows you exactly. You see, this shows you the cover up what you need with the NFL, bro. Like, the NFL is just ridiculous, bro. How does Kyler really get a whole year?
Now, Aaron Wilson
and Watson only gets 11.
So time out. Here's another thing. Aaron Wilson just tweeted out 49 seconds ago. He's eligible for reinstatement on the 28th, but he is ordered to undergo a professional evaluation by behavioral specialists.
And if he does,
who's picking him? Who's picking this behavioral specialist?
That's interesting. And
The
if he fails,
assessment, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be on his best behavior so he can play.
I just can't believe y'all are surprised because
he doesn't come off as.
We're talking about the uber rich who owns the NFL and all these football teams making decisions that benefit their pocketbook. They really don't care about the players, and they're just a number to these owners. It's just a number on a team. Okay, how many wins can this get me? How much money will get me? Can we host a Super Bowl? Let's improve our stadium. The stadium ain't improved for us fans. The stadium's improved to get a Super Bowl, so that way they can make money. Just like this game that Deshaun Watson's coming back for is, you said in Houston, right?
Yeah. I think he comes back to Tampa Bay.
Like
they'll have their best
attendance
of the whole season.
Like it's all this. It's all about money and control. And
they're gonna have their best attendance that game.
Is that a Sunday night game?
No, I think it's a regular Sunday game, 1:00 game.
Somebody's breaking up. I don't know who that is.
It's a 1:00 game.
They might be able to flex it. They might be able to flex it if it's
If Cleveland has a losing record, do you really think they're gonna flex that?
All
game?
right, so week 12.
Come on now.
Timeout. Week 12 Sunday night game. Y'all ready? The New England Patriots versus the Minnesota Vikings. I'm just saying.
Wait, why?
The Patriots are going to be as bad as they are. That game could get flexed out, and that Deshaun Watson 100% could get
Why would the
flexed
whole country want to spend their Sunday night watching the Patriots Vikings?
Steven, who do we play week 12?
Oh wait, no, timeout. That's the Patriots Vikings is Thanksgiving game. It had week 12 twice. My bad. Week 12 twice. So the Sunday night game is actually the Packers and Eagles. The Packers and Eagles. Sunday night. I don't see that game getting moved out.
No.
Maybe if depending on how the Eagles are and how the Packers are in the season.
So he can't.
Steven, who do we play week 12?
He can't come back.
Who do we play week 12, Steven?
Until week 12. Until the week 12. So he might not even be able to play.
Steven, who do we play week 12?
He'll play.
Who do the Dolphins play week 12, Steven?
I'm looking, Alex. Hold up, man.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see here.
I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 49ers. Or excuse me. 49ers.
Ooh, I wonder if that game could be flex.
Is it 49ers or Chargers? One of the two.
Man, I wish we were on Hard Knocks this year.
That could, if depending on how
it would have been so awesome.
The reason why I think that game could be flexed is because Mike McDaniel returned versus his mentor.
All right, here we go. What I tell y'all. Per source, the Browns have been calling the 49ers about veteran quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo.
What would they give up for him, though?
Hey, if they call for Teddy, we better answer that phone.
Why would I just don't get why Jim? I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Like Jimmy Garoppolo should feel so insulted. Like, hey, we just want you to be a placeholder, my guy.
Some people just get that L. You know, they just are at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, I think if the 49ers are going to move, they're probably going to want an interior offensive lineman because they've got a new center and 2 new guards in San Francisco. They probably have enough running backs to get by. And Cleveland does have maybe a Wyatt Teller or a Joel Bitonio for Garoppolo. Maybe that's the deal.
Now, for what they gave up for Watson, right? What are like? Do they really have?
They have they have no picks. They're
what are they going to give up for Garoppolo? Like the Niners right now are going to be able to rake these guys over.
Roach, it's going to be one of the interior offensive linemen. It's going to be Wyatt Teller or Joel Bitonio. I think it's going to be Wyatt Teller.
All right.
So, but
hold on, real quick. Statement from Jimmy Haslam, owner of the Cleveland Browns. As we previously conveyed, Deshaun and his representatives have abided by the NFL and the NFLPA structure, awaiting a final decision, and we have respected the process. Now that a decision on discipline has been reached, we understand this is a real opportunity to create meaningful change, and we are committed to investing in programs in Northeast Ohio that will educate our youth regarding awareness, understanding, and most importantly, prevention of sexual misconduct and the many underlying causes of such behavior. Since Deshaun entered our building, he has been an outstanding member of our organization and shown true dedication to working on himself both on and off the field. We will continue to support him as he focuses on earning the trust in our community. Statement from Deshaun Watson. I am grateful that the disciplinary process has ended and extremely appreciative of the tremendous support I have received throughout my short time with the Browns organization. I apologize once again for any pain this situation has caused. I take accountability for decisions I've made. My focus moving forward is working on to becoming the best version of myself on and off the field and supporting my teammates however possible while I'm away from the team. I'm excited about what the future holds for me in Cleveland.
Whoopee. Scum and scum talking.
Yep.
Now, I have a question. Who's going to be the designated person to probe Deshaun's butt in the Cleveland locker room?
Whoa.
What in the world, Mark?
Deshaun Watson wasn't charged with anything, Mark.
Mark's going to Jacoby. Watson's going to want to go for a massage after the Houston game.
Hey, what? You two, come on now. Be better.
I'm just playing.
Do better, both of you.
I'm just playing.
Be better.
I'm not. He do want a massage.
And you know what he likes? You know what his little proclivities are? He likes to...
oh, my God. End it now. Dang.
Classic Stephen D. running from the truth.
Yeah, classic Stephen D.
Started this morning.
Oh, see, now you want to bring it back up.
So anyway, yeah. So I think, as I said, if they're going to go to the 49ers, I can't. Maybe they dump the Kareem Hunt deal, but they're really going to look for a lineman. And Cleveland has no centers to give right now because top 2 centers are already out for the season.
But I don't think Jimmy G is going to want to go there, but not to be a placeholder. He's going to want to be a permanent starter.
For Jimmy G.
No, I
can't see that happening.
Jimmy G want to go there? He's got pretty much a really, really good football team to go to. He's a walkaway free agent at the end of the year, so if he goes out and plays well in Cleveland,
Flipside Fisher got a point there.
And Flipside
Fisher got a point. Yeah, I agree with Flipside Fisher. Robert Kraft didn't get no suspension at all for that.
Didn't Robert Kraft get caught hiring prostitutes? I don't get the NFL.
Or whatever.
Sex trafficking.
I agree.
Or sex workers, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he was
just like I still get on the NFL about the Calvin Ridley situation, bro.
Hey,
it's ridiculous.
If he would have went to Vegas, he wouldn't have got in trouble.
Skylar Thompson had an interception at practice today. Breaking news.
Twitter's gonna explode. Twitter's gonna explode, guys.
No, he didn't. Fake
yes,
news.
he did.
Fake news. Fake news.
Just said,
boo this man. He's lying. He's a liar.
Let me
wait, guys. Wait, guys. So hold on.
Highlights from Dolphins practice today.
Skylar Thompson has a pick. Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Yes, Steven. I'm sorry.
Javon Holland has 4th interception of Tua this week. Tua had a nice 40-yard dime to Tyreek Hill. Teddy had a 50-yard dime to Braylon Sanders and was also intercepted by Clayton Fedulum. Calvin Munson also with a tipped INT on Skylar Thompson.
Clayton Fedulum had an appearance today at camp.
Who tipped it?
My goodness.
Was it a wide receiver, like a drop, or was it like a tip at the line?
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
I need context.
Sounds like it wasn't Skylar's fault. The receiver's fault.
Hey, there, look at that.
And by the way, the person that's been intercepting Tua is, by the way, one of the best people in the NFL at his position, and that's Javon. So you know what? Y'all can kick rocks about Tua and whatever, because Tua's our starting quarterback. Get over it. How many times
Tua shouldn't be throwing picks in practice.
Steven, nobody's arguing that Tua's not the starter.
Yeah, Tua should be.
The whole argument comes is that y'all get your panties in a bunch because a backup is doing well, and it makes y'all scared. And I don't know why.
Well, where?
In practice.
Doing well.
I'm gonna be honest, Roach.
What's doing well?
I'm not scared because I know it's not happening. I don't even think Skylar Thompson is going to be on this team next year, so there's nothing to be afraid of.
No,
if he's not on the team,
Andreas, he'll be on this
one
team.
Good day from Skylar.
He'll be on this team.
This whole training camp, I've heard about one good day.
Listen, he's not making the roster this year, Alex. And according to everybody who loves Skylar, if he goes to practice squad, he's going to be on another team.
So what's the difference?
What's good? Tua didn't have a good day yesterday.
Okay.
Why didn't Tua
I thought you were trying to.
Are you saying that Tua didn't have a good day today? Who said he didn't have a good day?
No,
Nobody.
I said yesterday.
Wait, how did he have a good day yesterday?
He did not have a good day.
I misunderstood Rashad. I thought he was trying to say that Tua had his 2 interceptions were okay, which I think was it 2 or 3? It was 3 the day before. The day before was 3.
Yeah.
And I thought he was trying to say that was okay, but Skylar's wasn't. And I was like, what's the difference?
3 interceptions.
Mahomes is throwing a bunch of interceptions.
Yes, he always does.
He had a 5.
Somebody in the chat said Patrick Mahomes throwing a bunch of interceptions in camp too.
Yeah,
he always throws a bunch of picks in training camp. Always.
Tua's going to be fine, folks, and we're
I
going to
hope
win.
So. I want him to be great. I want him to be great.
Any word on Connor Williams and snapping issue?
They need to get Dieter in there. I'm sorry.
I heard yesterday they were having issues, but I don't know about today.
And Robert Jones
we'll hear soon
is a legit backup.
You know, but here's the thing, guys. At the end of the day, you know, everybody gets like their panties in a bunch just because Tua throws one pick here and there, and Skylar throws one pick here and there. But this is freaking practice, bro. Like this is not the NFL. This is not the real NFL game. And you mentioned Steven earlier about Javon Holland making these plays. Javon Holland is arguably one of the best young safeties in the league.
That's what he said.
Does Javon Holland have back-to-back days with the orange jersey?
No, not
does.
back-to-back. This is his third time getting it. He's the only player who's gotten it 3 times.
Well, Travis Wingfield just said, practice is a wrap. No surprise that Javon Holland got the orange jersey, and he made a case for a 3-peat. He had his 4th pick this week as the defense scored picks on all 3 drives he had his 4th pick this week as the defense scored picks on all 3 drives in the 2-minute period, 1 from each quarterback. Fendulum and Munson, the others.
Yeah, today was his 3rd time wearing the orange jersey.
That is awesome, man.
That
tells you.
Javon's playlist might be my favorite. Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire is my favorite tune we've heard all camp. Travis Finkfeld went on to say Tyreek Hill, Braylon Sanders had the catches on the 2 best balls, biggest gains of the day. Tua with the dime down the elevator shaft. Tyreek held quiet hands until the ball fell into the breadbasket to prevent Nick Needham from elevating. Braylon Sanders stacked a DB and pulled in a contested 50-yard dime from Teddy. Jalen Phillips
50
had a
yard
sack.
giant.
Jalen Phillips had a sack on one of my favorite pass reps of camp. Jab step upfield, used the inside hand of the inside shoulder, and chucked his man to clear a path to the quarterback. Kellen Deesh had those swift feet, man, on the Teddy to Sanders deep ball. He was alone on his block, kept the feet chopping, and was able to redirect to the secondary move. Miles, Sony, and Zaquandre had some nice runs today. The running backs as a whole seem to be getting better with the quickness of the decisions and hitting it quickly. And the day belonged to the defense, much like it has all week. All three levels look pretty well tuned up. Excited to see both guys go against someone else Saturday next week. Podcast and story coming later. Now that's Travis's view of it.
Well, his is always pro-Dolphin bias, so let's see what other people have to say.
Huh?
That's true.
Yeah, Travis Winfield is
How
a
you doing,
shield
guys?
for the Dolphins.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I didn't hear anything positive. Hey, Miss Fan.
Hello, Miss
How you
Fan.
doing?
Listen, I just literally came here. I'm on a break, and I came here because I needed to say this, and I was not going to type it. It would have been too long. Alex, you know I love you. But you need to understand that you play how you practice. So
Not necessarily all the time.
We need to see consistency in good play in practice in order for us to, I don't know, maybe feel a little bit more comfortable with our offense playing on week 1, game day. So even though I know you said that I don't know why people are feeling this way, it's just practice. It's not just practice, because if you keep practicing bad habits, you're going to play with bad habits. And that's what we don't want to see, because we've seen that movie before. And need I remind everybody about last year? I mean, last offseason, we had the same issue. And we're not trying to see that again, especially with this offense that's supposed to be a QB-friendly offense. So I just needed to say that because, yeah, it may not mean as much to some people, but practice is important to set that standard. And again, practice does make perfect for a reason. Just saying.
Miss Fins, well said. Well said. And, whoa, what was that? Oh my goodness.
It was a cup. Sorry.
No, you good. No, but well said. But I'm just saying, I've seen plenty of players have so much difficulty in training camp and practice and still go out there and light it up on the field. So that's why I'm not worried at all. I have zero concerns. Again, I'm going to reiterate. I have zero concerns about Tua. I have zero concerns about this offense. I know this offense can be great, and I know this offense will be great. And I know that Tua will turn the corner and become a better quarterback. Last year, actually, in my opinion, I think he had a better rookie year. He had a better season last year than his rookie year. Even though the stats don't say it, but I still think he did. He showed a lot of progress last year. In the final stretch of the season, and I think he's gonna turn it up this year. So only time will tell. And if he doesn't, then okay, then it is what it is.
We move on.
It is what it is. I think you're gonna see him still. Even though if he doesn't perform this year, I think they're going to go get another. Most likely they will go get another quarterback, but Tua will still be on this roster next year because it costs more to cut him or trade him than keep him with the contract.
Really quickly, I don't mean to cut you off, obviously. I understand where you're coming from, but I want to know from you specifically, what have you seen in training camp about this offense that lets you know for a fact that you don't have to worry about this offense?
I don't. I haven't. It's not that I haven't seen anything. It's just, I've seen that Tua can throw the deep ball, and I know Tua is accurate with his ball placement. So it's not the fact that I've seen it. I just know the players we have.
Okay, so you're going by just belief, just fandom belief, and that's
the Mike
what
McDaniel
you're
and Mike
basing it on.
McDaniel. Yes, and Mike McDaniel and Mike McDaniel. I see what he did in San Francisco, and I know that dang well he has better players here than he did in San Francisco.
Can I interject really quickly? Just one thing. The season hasn't started. The only thing anybody with any perception has is belief. They believe what they want to believe. Nobody has anything else. No
proof.
You can base it off of practice. You can base it off of whatever. You believe what you want to believe is going to happen when we actually start playing. And there's no evidence of anything to prove nobody's side, because there's good practice days, there's bad practice days, from what I've seen reported.
Agreed.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
I haven't heard of the defense winning too often before this week, honestly.
I agree. I'm just saying, if you
I'm glad we finally getting interceptions.
Based on what I've seen, Miss Vince, and Tua has had a strong camp. He's had a strong camp, and
I didn't say Tua. I said offense, Alex. So no,
the offense has had a strong camp. The offense has had a strong camp too. Jalen Waddle looks poised to break out again. Tyreek Hill is good. In my belief, is going to be another. He's going to be great. I think that the offensive line is going to be better than what it was last season. This whole offense has had a strong camp, and I believe it's going to translate into the regular season. But we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens towards the end.
We really won't know until day one, obviously. So I agree with Andrevius and Alex too, and even Rashad. We really won't know until week one happens. And I've told you guys, I'm a week one girl. Until I see it on the field, actual gameplay, we really won't know.
See, I want to wait till week. I want to wait till week.
I don't
4.
care about training.
Listen.
I love preseason, but I could.
I'm interjecting and changing the subject. Javon Holland just said, "I want offenses to fear me, not so much the quarterback, but the coaches."
Yes,
that's what I'm working toward.
I want to also say something about this week. We are without Jalen Waddle this week, and I think that is helping the defense. I feel like it's Holland's calling out the plays and all of that stuff, and reading the offense. He's keying in on who Tua first read might be, and he might be baiting Tua.
What's wrong with Waddle?
They're not specifying. He just been held injury, out, but they're not specifying what.
I want to know who has Devontae Parker's locker, and if it's still in the building, rip that thing out and get a new one.
Burn it.
That's what I want.
Sage it, and nobody touches it. All right. Isn't there a myth that our stadium is built on some Indian burial ground or something like that?
Well, it's not a myth. It's pretty true.
It's not a myth.
Pretty true?
It's not a myth.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's actually true. Yes.
All right. Well, Tomahawk Joe is where. Tomahawk Joe.
You about to get canceled, Rashad.
You about to get really canceled, bro.
Hey, I'm half Blackfoot. Well, not half. I'm like 10%, but
That. I ain't got nothing to say. You ain't getting me in trouble.
I'm gonna just stay out of this one.
Respectfully.
Next.
Respectfully.
Yep.
That was all me. That was all me. No effects.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It's been Thursday. It's been a lot of fun. We've been hanging out. Guys, we and ladies want to let you all know I have 2 sets of tickets to raffle off. Okay, it's $20 to get in for Saturday's game, but they're not just regular seats. The first pair is Cornerstone Club tickets that come with food and drink, snacks, soda. But they come with the ticket, and it's in the suite level. You're in air conditioning. These are great seats. I love these seats. I sit in them 2 or 3 times a year with Cameron. They're Cameron seats. They're amazing seats. Okay, so they're probably my favorite seats in the stadium.
Yeah, those are my seats last year too.
Yeah, and we also have the first place prize is Club Live tickets. In section which are amazing seats as well. So Club Live tickets as well. So a pair of Club Live tickets and a pair of Cornerstone Club tickets. $20 gets you entered to win these pair of tickets. Okay? And however many people get in on this, we'll get into a wheel and I'll spin it, and whoever wins wins, but it's to Saturday's game. $20 tickets. These seats are these are expensive seats. These are great, great opportunities to watch the game. So if you want to go to Saturday's game, donate to the channel, help the channel grow. And anybody who donates $20 right now, whether you do that on Cash App or PayPal or through YouTube, I'll even throw the link in there. Get in on this. And yeah, let's go, because I want to give these tickets away tomorrow. All right. So if only two people enter, that means y'all are winning. Let's go.
Guaranteed.
And you can also, if you want to donate the $20 and say, look, I can't go, give them to somebody who wants to go, you can do that as well. So you guys can do a spread kindness act, donate the $20 on behalf of somebody and say, hey, look, pick somebody who's never gone to a game and give them, and put them in the drawing for it. So you guys can do that as well. Hit the like button. We're 87 likes, 140 strong. Come on, hit the like button. Let's go.
Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe.
Hit the like and subscribe.
Hit the. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do final thoughts of the day here.
Okay, split it.
We'll start with Alex. Final thought of the day, man.
Well, it's just another day of listening to the GOAT of radio television, of YouTube, and Stephen D.
Is TD or Dougley here? I didn't think.
No, that's you. That's you, sir.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But thanks for having me on, Stephen. And again, I am not a two-in-ear. I am a Dolphins fan first. Stop calling me two-in-ears, guys.
Quit drinking the Kool-Aid. Sure? Quit drinking the Kool-Aid,
I am a Dolphins fan. I was a season ticket holder since 2016, and I've been cheering for them boys since I was in diapers.
Boys.
Hey man, they pull people from all over, so that don't make you safe. Okay.
Hey, I can name. Where was I in 2015 watching the Dolphins game? And watching I actually got season tickets when they added the canopy, because my wife was not going to get.
Alex, what I want you to do, if you would, I don't know if you're willing to, it really impressed me. Next show you come on, you bring 5 negative things about Tua and 5 positive.
No. Don't say negatives. 5 critiques for Tua.
Is that not?
I can tell you right now.
I think being critiquing is not being negative. I want to get that stereotype.
I agree
right now.
So 5 critiques for Tua. No, don't. We'll wait till the next show.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to really look into it.
Okay. All right. No worries.
5 critiques. Write them down. Have stuff that backs up your theories.
And I'll bring in 5 positives.
And Roach will bring. So do that tomorrow, Alex. Tomorrow, 5 critiques, and Roach will bring in 5 positives for Tua tomorrow.
And it won't be jokes. It'll be serious. I'll be serious.
Is that good, Alex?
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
You have homework to do. Make sure you do it, Alex.
That's fair enough. But we'll see. It's just and I can't wait to watch them boys on Saturday night. It's go Fins, and it's stay positive, guys. Stay positive and just cheer them boys on. You guys have a great day. God bless you guys. Hope you and your family stay safe as well, and take care. As always.
Hey, Alex.
Bye, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Hey,
Go
what's
Braves.
up, MCJB? Go Mets.
Go Braves. We winning. We winning the series.
MCJB just came on to troll Alex.
We got DeGrom going. We got DeGrom.
DeGrom about to take a fucking L tonight, boy. Let's
Whoa,
go.
MCJB.
Oh.
Swear jar.
Jake Paul.
Mets, bro.
Hey, Tua did overthrow Jake Paul.
Yes, he did.
Oh my god.
Jake Paul's QB1. I'm saying it right now.
Wait, what?
Jake Paul's fast though. My
You ever
God,
seen the
he's
clip?
fast.
He-
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Jake Paul
Tua knew he
ball
overthrew him.
tracking skills is
I couldn't
terrible.
even hold it in.
Jake
Tua
Paul
knew he
just
overthrew
trash.
him.
I couldn't even
All
hold
right,
it in.
all right, Alex,
All right,
get out
take
of
care,
here.
guys. Take
Yep.
care, guys.
Bye.
All right. MCJB, final thought of the day, sir. Because I know you just came up here to troll.
Wow. Okay.
And drop the F-bomb.
Shit, I don't even have. Okay.
Another one?
Another one. What world is going on with you today, MCJB?
Fuck.
Did you just say it like 10 times?
Yep.
Oh,
He's out of here.
All right.
No, you're over the $5. You got to go.
That was
You're
like
at-
9 times.
And he has to pay before he can come back, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say he said 6 times. So 6 times 2 is 12.
Plus the S word.
Plus that's 13 plus one more F at the beginning. So that's 15. You owe $15 to the swear jar, MCJB, before you
You
can
never
come
make
back.
it back up here.
K Flexin, what's up, man?
Hey, Flex, get up here, Flex.
He said he woke up and Tua had 5 picks.
Hey, Flex, if you come up here, I'll
You
stay
been
on for a
asleep
little
for
bit
3
if you
days?
come up here.
Well, that'll make it 6 picks.
All right, let's go to Q, final thought of the day.
I'm just unhappy the football is back. All this praise and non-praise of Tua. He's been consistent in camp. Let's just be honest. He's been consistent. And it is
Consistently
practice.
bad. No, I'm kidding.
I'm
Consistently terrible.
I saw bad, and I don't think he's bad. Because I went to one day. It was one of his like not so good days, but he had command of the offense. That's what I want to see. Command of the offense. He's making throws he wasn't making last year. That's all I care about seeing.
Shout out to
I want to see
Q with boots on
improvement.
the ground.
Yeah. And some of this stuff, I was there that day when he threw that deep pass and it was out of bounds and they keep showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like he plays good. I'm just going to be honest. He played good. And then to talk on the Skyler thing real quick, he did have command of the offense. He did a decent job for a 7th round pick. Don't get the pennies in the bunch. He did good. And he has been consistently good through training camp. People been giving him praise on throws he made and things he did. So I just love your team.
Their
man.
eyes are twitching right now, man, as you say that. They're like,
I know, but it's true though. He's been consistent. He might make mistakes, but he's still a rookie.
Steven's getting nervous. Look at all the hand movements. He's like,
But okay,
the glasses
man,
are fogging up.
Man.
All right, QB easy, man. Love you, brother.
All right, man.
All right, Miss Fins. Final thought of the day, Miss Fins.
Hey, gentlemen, great show as per usual. Final thought, honestly.
Oh, and promote your show. Promote your show too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Well, I am Miss Vince. If this is your first time, I am a YouTube Miami Dolphins content creator, and I do have my morning show at 8 a.m. right before Stephen D. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. A lot of fun. Say that again.
She usually stays on till I get on, which is good.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like we're like.
She's got me at like, all right, is Steven on yet? Is Steven on yet? Is Steven on yet?
do you do the whole raid thing where you bring y'all jump over as a group?
Oh, pretty much, actually. So,
That's a feature now. You can actually.
that's actually pretty nice. But yeah, no, I am. So I am a content creator, guys. I have my weeknight show also Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. We have a lot of show, and I am doing a 500 subscriber giveaway, guys. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's Miss Fins, MISSPHINS. Super easy, super simple. All social media. And I'm doing a fantasy league as well. That's a lot of fun. I talked about it this morning and last night. So if you want to join, take a look at those shows.
We got it. We're doing one on our thing. What?
You're doing one too, Steven?
Yes. Well, I'm not in it, but I need to get with Rashad. Rashad, we need to talk after the show today.
Good. I'm off today.
All right, Rashad, how many emails did you get about the league?
Ooh, it wasn't like it was like 12. I gotta go back. Holy sh! When was that? A week ago?
Yeah.
I should have wrote it down. It's bad
Well,
on me.
you're gonna go after Miss Finn's, and then you'll get off and get all the stuff together. So that way, when I talk to you, you'll have all the.
Do you want him to stay in the back room though?
Yeah, you can stay in the back room, okay, Rashad. After Miss Finn's goes and after you go, okay.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right, go ahead, Miss Finn. Sorry.
Thank you. No worries, no worries. So yeah, check me out, Miss Fins. I got a 500 subscriber giveaway. We're so close, and also a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm trying to get that done before the season starts because that 1,000 subscriber giveaway, no money needed. It is really sweet. All I gotta say is, if we get it done before the 10th, or I guess by the 10th of September, somebody's gonna be very happy. That's all I gotta say. So, but yes, check me out, Miss Fins, MISSPHINS, each and every morning, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all that good stuff. As far as the team, one day at a time, honestly. We're gonna just have to see exactly what they do. And hopefully this Saturday is going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to be there with my family and a few friends. So that's it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the guys. Now, real quick, Steven, I got a question for you. Do you think Tua's playing? And if so, for how long? I know he wants to play.
Yes, 3 series. 2 to 3 series. Yeah. Which will be the equivalent to the first quarter.
Yeah, I need him to play at least the first quarter, but I really want him to play the first half. If I'm being honest.
I'll be okay if it's first quarter, and that'll be equivalent to 2 or 3 series.
Cool.
So if it's 2 quarters in the first series, great. If it's 3 quarters, great. I mean, if it's 2 series, great. If it's 3 series, great. But first quarter is what I see.
First quarter is what you see? Yeah, I see the first quarter too. I'm hoping for the first half, but I think it's gonna be the first quarter. Okay, guys. Well, thank you, Steven, Roach, Andrevius. I don't know who the losing side of the argument is. Wait, that is Andrevius and Rashad. Thank you guys so much for having me up here, and I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Oh, tomorrow morning we're doing a recap of the game. We're doing the preview of the game. So there you go. Thank you, guys.
Bye, Miss Vince. All right, Rashad. Final thought of the day, and then stay on in the back room.
Yeah, go Skylar Thompson. If he can take to his job, cap off to him. Yeah, nothing too snazzy. Everybody have a good, calm, peaceful, blessed day. And fins up.
Fins up. Be easy, my man. I will see you. I'll talk to you after the show.
Yep.
All right. Bye. All right, and then there were 3. Hey, real quick before Andrevius goes, Roach, talk about the Discord. Tell people what Discord is and what we have going on.
So Discord is kind of similar to Facebook in that you have your page, but we have the Miami Sports Music page.
Which I'm posting in the chat.
And you could basically join it. It's an invite. You click on that link. It brings you in. You create your account. Inside of there, we're going to have different chat rooms. Some are going to be voice chat rooms. So you can, like a space on Twitter, you can go in there and debate people. And there'll be different top rooms for different topics. Some might be general NFL rooms. Some might be Dolphin rooms. Some might be Tua rooms because that way the Tua conversation can be in that little corner and it doesn't have to be in all the other chat rooms, There's going to be a chat room for tickets. So if you got a ticket you want to get rid of, or you're looking for a ticket, you go there to look for it. And then you DM that person and do your thing with that. And also for memorabilia. So if you got stuff you want to get rid of, that's like an autographed jersey, or you find something cool at a garage sale you want to hook up the community with, you can list it on there, DM that person, set it up, and exchange just a community is basically what it is.
Right now, there's 16 people in our thing. Let's get more. Join the chat. Join the Discord. I joined already. And is there an app for the phone? Yes. There is. Download the Discord app.
You can even call people on there, just like you would on Facebook Messenger.
Like Lakers All Day just sent us, just so you guys here. I'll even share the screen so you guys can currently see it because I want you all to join. This is something that Roach is going to be a big part of this football season and running this thing for us. But yeah, I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And the conversation never stops.
It never stops. It's always there. It's good stuff.
And so right there, you see where it says text channels? And it says general. So Steven's in the general chat. So we're going to change that title. And then we're going to add more chats in there. So you'll see a chat for debate about Tua or QB room or wide receiver room. And then you'll see voice channels. So if somebody's in that voice channel, it'll actually light up and it'll tell you how many people are in there.
Like we're going to have a swear jar channel. So that way we can keep up with who goes to the swear jar.
Like members only. So if you're a YouTube member, you'll have your own little private chat.
Yeah.
So
I gotta
there's
make you,
mods. There's all kinds of stuff.
I got to make you like a person of this channel.
You go to server settings and create a role. That's what you do.
Really? Server setting? Look, I'm doing
up at the top, server settings. And then go to roles, and create role, and then you name it whatever you want it to be.
Our fearless Discord,
the smartest fan,
aka the smartest Roach.
And then you just pick a color.
I'm gonna give you pink, fuchsia. I'm gonna give you fuchsia.
All right, I like pink. And then here you're gonna go like
save changes.
Yeah, but permissions. You gotta go with permissions. And then in there, you would select like what that role can do, like what kind of changes. So you're under display right now. You gotta go to permissions.
Okay.
And then in there, you can put like manage channel, manage roles, emoji, stickers. So that's the thing. As you guys donate to the Discord, you'll donate like I think it's like $1 to $7, and that unlocks us abilities to upload more stickers like custom emojis. To have special features that you don't get with the standard levels.
All right. Manage members.
Yep. And then you're going to add a member.
How do I Roach, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that your name on here?
Yeah, but I think there's what happens if you just hit add member? Does it let you select people?
Add members.
There we go.
Where are you at? Roach. There we go. Add. All right.
So now I can start creating stuff.
Yep. So you're in there?
I'll start that. Yeah, I'll start that tonight.
All right.
Yep, and my name's Pink. Yep.
Like it. There we go. Look at us making things happen. All right. Matt Moss Sports Talk says, I've accepted Coolio. Be glad to help if need be. We're going to have any fantasy drafts. Yes, we are. That's what I'm about to talk about after the show with Rashad. We're going to get to that. And we're going to do it live on the channel and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, all right. I'm excited about that. Oh, look, we got new people that joined. I'm excited. Look at this. People are joining. I like it. Okay.
See, I'm already creating channels right now.
Andrevius. Final thought of the day, Andrevius.
The heck y'all want? I don't know. I don't really care about the preseason. I know y'all think it's like the end all be all. Some of y'all, everybody need to play. Somebody get injured, y'all gonna be crying. But hey, whatever. Go out there, make them play the whole game. Screw it. Whatever. Just so they can prove to you that y'all need to see what y'all need to see, even though no matter what y'all see, y'all ain't gonna be satisfied. That's how I look at the people.
Be satisfied.
That's how I look at the people who pushing for people to play like whole. Like I done heard people say the starters need to play 3 quarters this game, and I'm like, y'all out y'all goddamn rabbit ass mind. I'll pay my swear jar. It's crazy. It's retarded. Yes, should they play the preseason? Yeah, but just I don't know about this whole. They gotta prove it. Look. Either they gonna be good or they not gonna be good. The preseason ain't gonna prove that they gonna be good or not. I'm just here to tell you that. I'm just here to tell you first. The preseason is not gonna prepare them for being good or not. I'm just here to tell you that right now. Them 8 drives that y'all want so bad ain't gonna prove nothing. All it's gonna do is get some guys injured that y'all don't want injured. But hey, keep yelling at the coaches. Maybe they'll listen to you. Good thing they don't.
And he walked off. Oh, Andrevius, I love you, my man. I love you. Oh man, we went from now we have 19 people in the Discord. Our Discord is growing.
Right. I named the main chat MSM main chat.
Hey, you
And
need to
then
have
we
a
have ticket
channel.
exchange.
You need to have a channel called a swear jar, so we can keep
chat
up with
channel
who owes to the
or
swear
voice
jar.
channel.
A text channel to who owes to the swear jar. So like right now, MCJB owes 15, and we're pretty sure I got to go back and count up Andrevius today. Andrevius had a big swear jar, Jay.
All right. So the voice chat that's going to be swear jar free is going to be called the deep end. And there's going to be a deep end voice and a deep end chat. And those are things where you can just go ham.
No, you don't call it the deep end because there's already something called the deep end.
What do you mean?
Section in the stadium.
That's the
Don't
point.
call it the deep end. I'll get confused.
You'll get confused by that?
Yes.
That's funny.
Jake Money gave me $5. All right. Well, your final thought of the day.
Go check out Discord. And yeah, go Dolphins.
Go Dolphins. All right. I will stay on the back room here. Don't go anywhere. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. CLOCKBLOCKERS right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We had 93 likes. Can we get to 100 before we get off here? And also, just to let you guys know, come on. We have 2 pairs of tickets to give away to Saturday night. If you're interested in tickets, say I'm interested in the tickets for Saturday night in the chat. Put it in the chat right now if you're interested in those tickets for Saturday night. That means you can go, you have an ability to go, you'd like to go. You can go. I'm interested to know how many of y'all would be able to go on Saturday. Lakers all day would like to go. Who else? Who else would like to go? Saturday night's preseason game. Just Lakers all day? That's it? Who else? Anybody else can go who wants to go to the preseason game on Saturday night? Put it in the chat. Huh? Okay. Nobody else can go? I want to go, but I can't make the drive. I need to know who people that can go on Saturday night, Philip. I appreciate it. I would love if you could go. Who can go on Saturday night? All right. Anyway, sounds like none of you really can, except Lakers all day. Okay. All right. That's enough of that. All right. Tomorrow, Spread Kindness Friday. It should be a lot of fun tomorrow. Donate $20 if you are interested in going to the game, or if you want to help Lakers all day get into the giveaway. Donate. Hit the like button. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Should be a good day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. It's Spread Kindness Friday. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Hang out on the Discord. Join the Discord. It's gonna be awesome. No, they're playing in Miami. Cesar says me. Okay, all right. Well, donate $20, or if somebody wants to donate 20 on behalf of Lakers all day or Caesar, let's make it happen. Let's help get these guys to the game on Saturday. So you guys are gonna have anybody who donates 20 gets entered to win this raffle. But if only 2 people enter, those are the 2 people that are gonna win. Okay, let's go. Steven, you forgot my super chat. Where's your super chat? Did I forget it? I'm looking for it. I don't see it. Here we go. Why don't we compare Tua to quarterbacks that come out off of a career-ending injury? Curious to know those stats. Hey, are you on Twitter, JMCPT? If you're on Twitter, tweet me that, and I'll retweet it, and I'll see if people can come up, because I am interested to know that too. I don't know if I have looked at that. Tweet me that, JMCPT, on Twitter, because that would be a good, interesting question to answer. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. All right, y'all. Been a lot of fun. Loved hanging out with you. Been good stuff. All right. Tomorrow we will hang out and we'll just have a good time. Hey, just to let y'all know, if y'all like hip hop, Solo D did come out with a new album. It's personal music. It's personal music, and we'll get it, and obviously we want to talk a lot about it. But go out and listen. If you got Spotify, if you have Apple Music, Amazon Music, whatever music you listen to, look up the Honorable Solo D. He has a new album called The Last Chance. It's really, really good. The whole album is fire. So go listen to Solo D's new album, The Last Chance. Let's go support him. Yeah, it is. It's got vulgar language, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's not Miami Dolphins music. It's his own personal music, but it's good stuff. Go check it out. The Last Chance by the Honorable Solo D, my brother from another mother, the man who started DWA and Miami sports music. Let's go support him. The Last Chance. All right. I love y'all. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all tomorrow right here on Miami Sports Music's podcast network.
Dream about sports, I think I need some chateau custom with some Dolphins colors, just to let them know we here. Yeah, I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Vince for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.